Chapter 2801. Hearing them say that, Chen Shang immediately felt the pressure. He never thought that he would have to shoulder the burden of such a gamble. He used to gamble often, but it was all for his own sake, so he didn't feel any pressure. However, it was now for someone else, and a rather good senior at that. This gave him an unprecedented pressure. He looked at Elder Chen and secretly cursed him in his heart. Originally, Master Wang did not mention about the gambling house, but the reason why Elder Chen brought it up was very obvious. He wanted to make Elder Chen feel pressured and then cause a ruckus. Seeing all of this, even though Chen Shang felt pressured, he was definitely not flustered. He was very confident in himself. In the many kinds of bet and pill refining, he was undefeated and had never lost. Instead, it was those guys who were initially full of themselves, who had lost the most miserably. Is there a time limit? Chen Shang suddenly asked. 2 hours. Elder Chen said, it's usually like this, it's starting now. The pill furnaces had already been prepared for them. They were all normal pill furnaces. They were slightly stronger than the mud. Chen Shang had not tried using this kind of broken pill furnace to concoct pills before. Elder Chen's disciple was a middle-aged man. With 6 god stages cultivation, looking at his dressing, it was obvious that he cared a lot about other people's eyesight, and alchemist had been refining pills all year round, so it was rare for him to dress up like this. Chen Shang also started. He put the 3 elements flour into the pill furnace, and then took out the flame from the fire pearl and poured it into the furnace. The flames inside the fire pearl all had their own unique qi. If they had mixed in other flames, Elder Chen and Master Wang, the 2 old cunning foxes, would definitely know about it, thus Chen Shang would not use his own flames. Chen Shang was unsure, because he could not use the crash method to refine it, and he did not know how high the quality would be. Because the heavenly alchemy he used was very special, it could allow him to quickly refine pills and make them easy to refine. However, if it was in pursuit of high quality without using the crash method, it was impossible. Let's see if I can use the power inside the heavenly alchemy Dao line. Chen Shang secretly channeled the power of the heavenly alchemy Dao line and poured it into the fire pearl. He only used it a little. Although it did not cause any changes to the flame, it helped to refine the ingredients in the pill furnace quickly. How magical! As long as I use the power of the heavenly alchemy Dao line, no matter what kind of flame I use, I can quickly refine it. Chen Shang looked at Master Wang and Elder Chen, but they did not discover anything, so he continued to release heavenly alchemy Dao power. This went on for a while, and the more he used it, the more times he was discovered. The heavenly alchemy Dao power was a very mysterious existence. It did not have any aura, especially when used within the flames. It was even more difficult to detect. Previously, when he was refining the 3 elements flour, he did not try to use the heavenly alchemy Dao power to refine it, but today, when he used it, the refining speed was actually that fast. Looks like I've always been using the heavenly alchemy Dao power, so the quality of the pills of refined will definitely not be low. It seems like I have a good chance to unearth this heavenly alchemy Dao power when I'm free. Although I can use it, I don't know what its uses are. Chen Shang now knew the benefits of heavenly alchemy Dao power. He had always been paying attention to the usage of the flame orb. Before, he had been very careful in using it, but now he could be very bold because when the flame mixed with the heavenly alchemy Dao power, it burned very quickly, just like the last 10 times. Currently, the 3 elements within his pill furnace had already turned into medicinal liquid. Now, he also realized that the medicinal liquid that was refined by the heavenly alchemy Dao power could be fused even more easily. Previously, when he was refining the 3 elements flour, although he managed to successfully fuse it, it was not that fast. It was not that simple. Previously, when the medicinal liquids from the 3 flours merged with each other, it was as if the 3 lumps of flour were kneaded together. Although this was not very difficult, it required a bit of time and strength. However, using the heavenly alchemy Dao power now was like fusing 3 drops of water together. It was the easiest. Even though the flames are still sufficient, we are still unable to use the crash method. I wonder how much the quality of the pills refined by the heavenly alchemy Dao power will increase. Chen Shang released even more heavenly alchemy Dao power and poured them into the ball of fused medicinal liquid. That lump of medicinal liquid was originally red, but after he injected it into the heavenly alchemy Dao power, its color gradually became lighter, and with the burning of the flames, it finally became white. When he had not used the heavenly alchemy Dao power previously, it had always been red. I wonder if there are any effects. Regardless, I'll just forge it first. Chen Shang split the ball of white medicinal liquid into two, and condensed it into a medicinal crystal. In the end, it slowly compressed, and at the very end, the two pellets suddenly became red again, becoming dark red. This dark red color seemed to be completely lifeless. It was far from the beautiful, red spirit returning pill that he had refined before. 2 hours were almost up, and Chen Shang was the first one to open the pill furnace. When he opened the pill furnace, everyone looked and shook their heads. 2 pills. To actually be able to refine 2 of these pellets in such a competition, it should be condensed into 1 and the quality should be raised. Furthermore, he is dark red in color, it is definitely not good. Yu Haorui laughed, your standards are only mediocre. This time, Master Wang has been harmed miserably by him. Quote. When Master Wang first saw it, he slightly frowned, but after looking at it again, he felt that the 2 pills Chen Shang refined were extremely reserved, and did not release any of his Dan Qi. Even the worst quality Dan would have a bit of Dan Qi, but there was none. It was very strange. I've also finished refining it. Elder Chen's disciple opened the pill furnace and immediately shot out a beautiful red light. The pill Qi was very dense and the fragrance of it wafted for 5 miles, causing one to be unable to help but exclaim in admiration. I don't think we need to test for quality anymore. Elder Chen chuckled. Elder Wang, please let me manage your treasured land for now. Chen Shang suddenly said, I want to test. This way, I can be convinced of my defeat. Master Wang nodded his head and took out his own equipment. This was a round disc, and was about the same as the equipment used to test the quality that Chen Shang had seen before. Elder Chen placed his disciple's pill on the plate, immediately showing the high quality of over 30,000 pills. He is indeed worthy of being Elder Chen's disciple. This kind of quality is comparable to the masters of many shops. An old man praised, having such an outstanding disciple is really a happy occasion. Chen Shang handed over a pellet to them, and everyone revealed a look of contempt. After all, the origin recovery pill in his hand was dim and dull, without any sort of pill Qi, as if it died, and this kind of pellet actually needed to be tested. It's hard to tell if your pill can produce a value. Yu Haorui taunted, and laughed, don't embarrass yourself anymore, don't you? Chapter 2802. If Chen Shang had used the crash method to refine it in the past, he would definitely be very confident, because he was very clear on how high the quality of the pills refined by the crash method was. However, it was different this time. This was refined using heavenly alchemy Dao power. Even if it was of good quality, he was not sure if it could compare with the other party's pill. Chen Shang nodded at Master Wang, who immediately placed the test disc in front of Chen Shang. Chen Shang then placed one of the pellet on top of the pellet. A number immediately appeared on the test disc. 27,000 quality. The Master Wang looked at the numbers on the plate in disbelief. Even Chen Shang himself was pleasantly surprised, the pills refined with the heavenly alchemy Dao power were actually of such high quality. Although the pellet that Elder Chen's disciple refined had a quality of more than 30,000, but it was only 1 pellet, and Chen Shang had another 2. Chen Shang also put in the other pellet, which was also of the same quality as the 27,000 pellets. Impossible, Elder Chen shouted anxiously, as he took out his own testing equipment and accepted Chen Zhang's restoration divine pill, testing it himself. The result of this test was exactly the same as the one from before. There wasn't the slightest deviation. Everyone was stunned. After all, the 2 pellets Chen Shang had refined were of a higher quality than 30,000. There was no doubt that Chen Shang had won. Yu Haorui was even more jealous as he said, there is definitely something wrong with this spirit recovering pellet. There is no light, and there is also no pill Qi. Chen Shang said, then I invite Elder Chen to eat one and see if it has any medicinal effects. Elder Chen didn't believe it at the moment, so he immediately ate 1 pill. After feeling the effects of the pill, he frowned. Seeing Elder Chen frown, Yu Haorui sneered, I was right, although this pill has a quality value, it does not have any effect. Elder Chen shook his head, the effects of this pill are very strong. It's a far cry from the test results, it's only because you're surrounded by an external force that you're unable to release any of the pill Qi from within. That's why it was so low during the test. Master Wang also ate 1 pill. His face was full of surprise, and he immediately looked at Chen Shang, how did you refine it? This is a pill technique that I have learned before, using my unique rule Dao line S to refine it. My rule Dao line was born with this. Chen Shang said, After my rule Dao line's power and flames fuse together, it can strengthen the flames and at the same time have a gathering characteristic. Chen Shang spouted a bunch of nonsense. He felt that these people would not have any suspicions. After all, they were related to the rule Dao line that he was born with. It's no wonder that the strongest part of this pellet is that not even a trace of pellet chi has been leaked. Many pellets that have been refined will reveal a little bit of pellet chi, especially when they're refined. Master Wang said, "This time, it's no doubt that you have won." The Master Wang looked at Elder Chen, but Elder Chen shook his head, and did not say much. He had admitted defeat now. He did not expect Chen Shang to have such a strange power, and could only admit defeat. That's not fair. He has a natural rule Dao line. Seeing Chen Shang win, Yu Haorui felt very uncomfortable in his heart. Even if you have the rule Dao line, without sufficient strength to use it, you would not be able to refine a pill of this quality. The Master Wang said with a stern tone, "There are many people who are talented but do not work hard the day after tomorrow. They are ambitious and look down on everyone else." Yu Haorui immediately lowered his head and clenched his teeth. Master Wang had been talking about him just now, and now he understood why Master Wang did not want to accept him as a disciple. Master Wang had obtained a supreme violet ginseng fruit, and he himself did not have much strength left. This made Elder Chen very unhappy, but he had no other choice. He was willing to admit defeat. The Master Wang laughed as he sent this group of people away. Then, he planted the Overlord purple ginseng fruit and Chen Shang watched on from the side. "What's the use of this great Master Violet ginseng fruit?" Chen Shang asked. "Seems like it's very precious. When Master Chen gave it to you, he was also very pained." Hee, although this is a low-rank supreme divine medicine, as long as it's a supreme divine medicine, it's extremely precious. The Master Wang said, and the use of this violet ginseng fruit is beneficial to the cultivation of the later stages of Six God stage and early stage of Taizun realm. It has no use to you now either. Master Wang now knew that Chen Shang had a very high innate talent in alchemy. He felt that if he were to refine the spirit returning pill, it would definitely not be as high quality as the ones refined by Chen Shang. Of course, he did not ask Chen Shang about his pill techniques. "Chen Shang, I will help you ask about the Six Gods Guiyuan Dan's medicinal herbs in a few days. I know that you are currently anxiously stepping into the Six Gods stage." The Master Wang said, because Chen Shang had asked him about this before, and when he was sparring with others before, he was only at the Three Profound realm, but there was already a huge gap between them. A few days passed and Master Wang finished his own work. After he and Chen Shang finished refining all of the Sansu flowers into pills, he had more time to himself. Right now, he wanted to take Chen Shang to a place where he could hold a pill refining conference. Chen Shang had originally wanted to look for Lin Jishan and tell him about his current situation in Super Origin Dan Hall, but Lin Jishan had gone into closed-door cultivation. Helpless, he could only follow him out of Super Origin Dan Hall and head towards a place to participate in the pellet assembly. When he went there, Master Wang had also brought the few herbs needed to refine Six Gods Guiyuan Dan. If he could gather them at the convention, he would be able to immediately refine pills for Chen Shang. Of course, the Master Wang had also said that it was not guaranteed for Chen Shang to break through, but at least it could help him take a step further. The Master Wang had a flying channel, since he was an expert of the Taizun realm after all. He was riding on a flying divine tool right now, heading to the location of the convention. The flight divine equipment could only fly with the help of the Master Wang. The speed of the flight was also very fast, and Chen Shang felt very comfortable sitting inside. "Master Wang, what are the General Assembly usually held here?" Chen Shang asked. "This grand meeting will always be attended by masters at your level, right?" "Yes, alchemists like us are all called Supreme Pill Gods. In this 1000 layer, there are only 1 to 200 Supreme Pill Gods, so we are all very familiar with each other." Master Wang nodded his head. The one in charge of hosting this convention is Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect. This Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect is a very mysterious sect. Chen Shang had already heard from Lin Jishan that it was about the matters of the 4 great divine sects. He did not expect that they would meet the people from the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect so soon. "Master Wang, what a coincidence." A golden light suddenly flashed from behind. They saw a middle-aged man riding on a flying divine tool and chasing after them, and there were a few other people on the flying disc. One of them was Yu Haorui. "Third Howmaster, you are also going to participate in the Heavenly Refining Auction, right?" This middle-aged man was Yu Haorui's father, Yu Jinggong. He had just looked at Chen Shang and knew that he knew about Chen Zhang's situation. Chapter 2803. Yu Jinggong was also an alchemist. Even though he could refine Taizun Dan, he couldn't become a supreme pill god because a true supreme pill god needs to be acknowledged. However, Yu Jinggong's usual scheming skills were not bad, so he was able to become the third hall master of the Super Origin Dan Hall. That's right. Yu Jinggong nodded with a smile. Right, the road ahead is more dangerous, it's better not to go over. Oh, I've walked this path twice, and I haven't encountered any danger. No, 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 no. Just as the Master Wang finished speaking, a cry came from the other side. It was a beast with flying Dao veins. When the cry came out, Master Wang's face slightly changed, before he anxiously controlled the flight divine tool to descend. As expected, this road is really dangerous. Although the Master Wang had the cultivation of a sovereign, he had been refining pills all year round and his fighting experience could be said to be lacking. If not for the urgent situation, he would rarely take action. There is the supreme dragon beast ahead. It should be a dragon eagle. Its strength is pretty strong, but she just laid some dragon eagle eggs. Her body is currently very weak. Yu Jinggong said, how about this, Master Wang and I will go together, and kill this dragon eagle, and also, get, the dragon eagle egg. Master Wang should know the value of the dragon eagle egg. Master Wang thought for a moment, then said, then what about these juniors? They can do it here. Elder Li is a late stage 6 god stage, and my Ruier is also an early stage 6 god. My 3 disciples are all mid stage 6 god, their strength is still sufficient, with them here, nothing will happen. Yu Jinggong said. Hearing that, Chen Shang felt that something was wrong. Yu Haorui hated him to the bones, and other than him, the rest of the people here belonged to Yu Jinggong, which was extremely disadvantageous to him. Master Wang, I'll go with you, Chen Shang said. He did not want to stay. You don't have to worry, just wait here for me. Master Wang looked at Yu Haorui and the others, and said, Chen Shang is only at the late stage of the 3 profound realm, don't bully him. If I find out, don't blame me for being rude. Chen Shang did not know what value the dragon eagle egg had, to actually be valued so highly by the Master Wang, and so he followed Yu Jinggong just like that. Not long after they left, Chen Shang sensed that the atmosphere wasn't right. What do you want? Just as Chen Shang finished speaking and was preparing to teleport away, several white lights suddenly shot out from all directions. In an instant, his body and divine sense C were attacked by the extremely numbing thunder power. This is the power of the supreme realm. Chen Zhang's entire body was in pain. The thunder power was also very intense. It directly struck his spirit of the Tao gods, causing it to tremble, and was unable to send out any force. Haha, a waste of late period of 3 profound realm, you want to struggle. Yu Haorui fiercely stomped on Chen Zhang's abdomen, bringing a burst of flame energy into Chen Shang, causing him to almost scream out loud. This Yu Haorui was in the early stages of 6 god stage, and his profound strength was not weak either. Are you not afraid of the Master Wang? Chen Shang shouted in anger. HMPH, whether he can come back or not is one thing. Yu Haorui laughed out loud. Brat, your innate rule Dao line is pretty good, also, you must have mastered some powerful pill techniques, and they are all mine now. Don't even think about getting it. Chen Shang wanted to delay as much time as possible so that his spirit of the Dao gods could stabilize. As long as he could send out a certain amount of Dao energy, he could teleport away. Whether or not I can obtain it is not up to you to decide. It's up to me. Yu Haorui pinched Chen Zhang's throat. I was very jealous of you before, but before long, that rule Dao line of yours will be mine. Suddenly, a gust of wind blew past, and a black-robed old man appeared. This old man had a dense thunder power on him. Chen Shang was sure that he was injured by this man just now. After all, this man was an expert of the Taizun realm, and was not someone he could defeat now. Uncle, can you really use the pulse-shifting technique? Yu Haorui asked. This guy seems pretty strong. The Dao power he released just now was extremely astonishing. That's right, so I used the thunder power to injure his spirit of the Dao gods, and in that case, he will not be able to use Tao energy, if not he would definitely be able to run away, and it would be difficult for us to catch him. The black-robed old man looked at Chen Shang and two beams of white light shot out from his eyes into Chen Zhang's. Uncle, what are you doing? Yu Haorui asked with great curiosity. I want to give this guy a good beating, he doesn't look good to me. We'll talk about it after we succeed in the soul search meridian. The old man in black said, if his body is too weak, it will affect the meridian transfer. I will first search his soul and see if I can activate his pill techniques. Chen Zhang's spirit fox was in excruciating pain. The opponent wanted to break the defense of soul, but his spirit fox's defense was very strong. Even though the opponent was attacking him with lightning-fast power, it did not crumble. This fellow, his soul defense is extremely strong. The old man in black robe was surprised. It looks like it will take some time. Chen Shang endured yelling, because he couldn't be distracted. He had to concentrate his spirit, and let his spirit of the Tao gods recover, only then would he be able to escape. If this continued, his soul might really be searched. You bunch of bastards, Chen Shang will definitely not let you off. Chen Shang roared furiously in his heart. His still trembling spirit of the Tao gods had already gradually stabilized. The defense of his soul was being broken bit by bit, and just as he was about to succeed, Chen Zhang's spirit of the Tao gods used a burst of Tao energy to pass through Chen Zhang's spatial Tao vein. Chen Shang immediately unleashed space wind, allowing his body to move along with it. In the blink of an eye, he disappeared from where he stood. What's going on? Yu Haorui suddenly shouted. Why did he suddenly disappear? The black-robed old man's face was also filled with shock. He didn't know what was going on. This was because there were very few people here who knew how to use the power of space, so he didn't think that the power of space was involved. He actually ran away. Quickly go look around. The black-robed elder anxiously shouted, if he returns to the original Tao or something like that, it will definitely be very troublesome. The protective shield protecting his soul was not light at all. Although his body was struck by lightning, it wasn't much of a problem, because the thunder power was mainly used to attack his spirit of the Tao gods. Right now, his spirit of the Tao gods had stabilized, but there was still a little problem with it, and this would require some time to recover. We've finally escaped. I wonder how Master Wang is doing now. Oh, I hope he's all right. Chen Shang didn't think about anything at this moment. Closing his eyes could help him recover faster. After 3 days, he arrived on the ground after he had gone invisible. When he came out, he immediately saw Yu Jinggong and the black-robed old man. What about the Master Wang? How is he now? It seemed that he had just met Yu Jinggong. He has already fallen into the dragon bone abyss. Yu Jinggong said, I almost suffered too. I didn't expect the dragon eagle to be so strong. That's right, where's Chen Shang? Have you not succeeded yet? Quote. He ran away. The black-robed old man sighed. This guy possesses the heavenly alchemy Tao line. He's not an ordinary guy from the start. We have underestimated him. Chen Shang clenched his fist tightly. Such a good Master Wang like him had actually been killed. Chapter 2804. When Yu Jinggong heard that Chen Shang had run away, he was immediately enraged. You bunch of useless brats, actually allowed a 3-profound realm brat to escape. Brother, listen to me. The black-robed elder quickly told Yu Jinggong everything that had happened. Looks like he's been injured quite badly. You all continue to look around separately. I will first return to the primal beginning pill gate and retrieve the divine medicine from the Master Wang. Afterwards, I will have someone come here to help me search for Chen Shang. Yu Jinggong said. Master Wang had already fallen into the dragon bone abyss. Whether he was dead or alive was unknown, but he had most likely died. Otherwise, Yu Jinggong would not be so calm, as killing a master was an extremely serious matter. Chen Shang could see that Yu Jinggong was able to cover the sky with one hand inside the Super Origin Dan Hall. At that time, he would definitely be able to explain everything and no one would suspect that it was him. Therefore, Chen Shang felt that no one would believe his words even if they were exposed. I can't let this guy take the Master Wang's divine medicine. I have to go back and take a look as well. Chen Shang immediately used teleportation to return back to original Tao in front of Yu Jinggong. He had sneakily entered the original Tao's gate. Although the Master Wang's treasure land was protected by the array formation, he could still pass through if he used the White Tiger Leap. However, after entering, he found that all the ingredients had disappeared. What's going on? Someone beat you to it. Chen Shang was surprised, but just as he was about to leave, he suddenly heard a voice by his ear. Is it Chen Shang? This was actually a matter of the Master Wang. Chen Shang was using invisibility now, but Master Wang could sense him, shocking him yet again. It's me, Master Wang, how are you now? Chen Shang was able to hear about the matters of the Master Wang, and his mood suddenly improved a lot. After all, the Master Wang was very good to him. Sigh, my body has already been destroyed. Fortunately, I previously trained in the soul of the Supreme Being, so I placed it in the treasure land. Once my original body dies, my soul will be resurrected. Right now, I only have the soul of the Supreme Being left to the very weak ones. Master Wang said, you are above. Are you dead too? I really never thought that you Jinggong would be such a bastard. Quote. Chen Shang felt that although the Master Wang was old and had a high cultivation, he was still too naive, he was actually deceived. Maybe it was because he had been cultivating in seclusion for a long time, so even though he was young, he had never seen it before. I did not die, I was captured by him, but I ran away. Chen Shang revealed his true form, and said, I knew they were here to plunder your medicine, I quickly rushed over, and planned to destroy this place, and not let them have it. I don't have many ingredients here. They have all been taken into the divine sense sea of the Supreme Being's soul. Master Wang said, it seems that my scheming is not as good as yours. You have always been on guard against them. Now, the Master Wang finally understood why Chen Shang wanted to hunt the dragon eagle with him. Then, Master Wang, what do you plan to do now? Won't you pick them off? Chen Shang said. Even though I am a master, I have already died, so there is no value in it. Therefore, they will not get rid of you Jinggong and the other brothers for my sake. Since they are all overlords, they are also very strong in this super origin Dan Hall. Master Wang asked, do you have any containers on you that allow me to stay here? I need a stable and safe place. Quote. Yes. Chen Shang took out the 6 realms mirrors, and then a ball of white light floated over and entered the 6 realms mirrors. Not bad, I can feel a very rich primitive Dao power from this. Your divine tool is pretty powerful. Master Wang laughed. From now on, I will stay with you until I am able to cultivate my flesh. Alright, I will definitely protect you well. Chen Shang was still very respectful to the Master Wang. Chen Shang, your teacher told me, do you have a heavenly alchemy Dao line? The Master Wang suddenly asked, when you Jinggong pushed me down the dragon bone abyss, he told me that you have the heavenly alchemy Dao line. That's right, Chen Shang admitted it. What happened to the heavenly alchemy Dao line? Why is that guy so reckless? Quote. Chen Shang brought the Master Wang and quickly left the place. Sigh, it's hard to explain in a single sentence. If you are able to use the heavenly alchemy Dao line, you must have a heavenly alchemy art. These two are both extremely valuable things, and as long as you are an alchemist, no one would not want to have it. The Master Wang sighed, from now on, you have to be careful and use the heavenly alchemy Dao line. The only people who know about my eternal heavenly alchemy Dao line are you Jinggong and the others. They must definitely eliminate them. Chen Shang said, otherwise, sooner or later, they will leak out everything. Yes, but, your current strength is insufficient. Dealing with the early stage of 6 God stage is not a problem, but dealing with the late stage 6 God stage would be extremely taxing, let alone the Taizun realm. The Master Wang said. The Taizun realm was indeed strong, so if Chen Shang wanted to kill them, he could only rely on Lin Jishan. Go to the Heavenly Refining Conference first. If you want to step into the 6 God stage, then so be it. I have friends there that are worthy of your trust. The Master Wang said. Alright, I'll go now. Chen Shang left the Super Origin Dan Hall, and quickly flew to the location where the Heavenly Refining Auction was held. The location of the event was in the middle of a lake. There was an island and a small village on top of it. Chen Shang floated in the air. After seeing the island, he said to the Master Wang, I found that island. He had flown for more than 10 days before arriving. Now that you haven't entered the village with the jade plates, you have to think of something. Anyway, I can't show my face. Master Wang said, I got it, I'll give you a pill. This is a low-rank Taizun Dan. When the time comes, you can ask them if they can use this pill to exchange for the qualifications to participate. Chen Shang saw a golden pellet on the surface of the 6 realms mirrors, and asked, what pellet is this? The Supreme 6-armed Dan, after eating it, can let a Taizun realm person have 6 arms. It can be considered a kind of miraculous pill. Master Wang laughed, do you want to try? I still have 2 of these pills. Quote. No need. Chen Shang felt that it was very unnatural when he thought about how he had 6 arms. Holding this pill, he changed his appearance and arrived at the entrance to the village. At this time, he felt a familiar aura. Yu Jinggong's egg is here. The Master Wang in the 6 realms mirrors also felt it. Chen Shang calmed himself down, then turned his head to look, only to see Yu Jinggong bringing a few people over. After he revealed his jade tablet, the guards anxiously let them in. We absolutely cannot let these fellows return to the Super Origin Dan Hall alive. When Chen Shang saw them, his anger flared up, and after that, he chatted with the door guard. When the door guard found out that he was going to give him a Supreme Ocean 6-armed pellet, his face was filled with joy and then let him in. Chapter 2805. Chen Shang entered the village and found an inn. The cost of accommodation there was extremely expensive and could be said to be extremely outrageous. 1 myriad Dao crystal was required every day, and it was even a relatively inferior inn. Of course, those who were able to participate in the heavenly refining auction would all have some face. Even if they felt like it, they wouldn't argue with others. This was a very humiliating matter, so they could only grit their teeth and endure. Chen Shang was not as extravagant as the flower Dao crystal before, and it was not easy to fish Dao crystal here, so he would not stay in such an expensive inn. Thus, he found a civilian old man's home and gave that old man some Dao crystal. He could temporarily stay here for a period of time, which would allow him to save a lot of Dao crystal. Chen Shang came here to get the 2 medicinal herbs that the 6 gods Guiyuan Dan still lacked. He needed to quickly step into the 6 gods stage and then enter the myriad Dao mausoleum. Lin Jishan had told him before that only those with the strength of 6 gods stage or above could go. This was a chance, he did not want to miss it. Go and ask around first to see where there is a trade fair. Under these circumstances, many people don't sell the precious herbs in their hands and only trade them. When that happens, I'll give you some medicinal herbs so that you can go and exchange them. When the Master Wang heard that Chen Shang had settled down, he immediately transmitted his voice to Chen Shang. After Chen Shang asked around, he found out that there was a huge trade fair in the village and that it was being held every day during this period. 1. Ben, read. The novel asked about the 2 herbs he lacked. Golden Jade Dew Fruit and Spirit Returning Violet Bamboo were both divine medicines of the heavenly Tao. They were not supreme divine medicines, and they were not of very high quality. However, they were rather rare, which was why they were so precious. After 2 days of inquiry, Chen Shang finally got news of the Spirit Returning Violet Bamboo. The seller was an old man, and did not come, but a friend of his was there, and told Chen Shang that the old man would be here in 2 days. Chen Shang waited for 2 days, and when he finally reached the old man, he made an appointment to meet him in a room in a hotel. Could it be that you plan on refining 6 gods Guiyuan Dan? This old man was dressed in tattered clothes, but he had a pure pill aura around him. He was an expert in pill concocting, and his cultivation was also at the Taizun realm. Chen Shang nodded his head. I wonder if Senior will be able to circumcise it. The old man could tell with one glance that Chen Shang was only using the late period of 3 profound realm and was continuing with his 6 gods Guiyuan Dan. Even though he couldn't break through for sure, he was still hope. I don't lack Dao Crystal S, let's change them for ingredients. I only have 1 spirit returning violet bamboo, so there's no use in keeping it. The old man thought for a moment and said, if you have any decent medicinal ingredients, you can exchange them with me. If I'm satisfied with them, then it'll be fine. Master Wang had already prepared several types of medicinal ingredients for Chen Shang. These medicinal ingredients were all relatively rare and of great use. Unicorn fruit. Chen Shang took out a fiery red fruit. This fruit was quite big, and Chen Shang could only catch half of it with one hand. Moreover, there was a very stiff horn on it that looked like a qilin horn. At a glance, one could tell that it was a fire attribute medicinal ingredient. The qilin horn fruit is truly strange. I've heard of it a long time ago, but this is the first time I've seen it with my own eyes. This is a fire attribute medicinal herb with a wide range of uses. It is also a rare high-grade heavenly god medicinal pill. The old man held his breath and nodded. At this time, he was also considering whether or not he should exchange with Chen Shang. Chen Shang patiently waited. After a long while, he shook his head and said, although I want it, it's not the best choice for me. It's a pity. Senior, I still have other things. After Chen Shang finished speaking, he took out another light green flower that was emitting a fluorescent light. This flower only had 2 petals, and it looked like a butterfly, and was extremely beautiful. Jade butterfly flower. When the old man saw this flower, he immediately sucked in a breath of cold air. This is a supreme divine medicine, are you sure you want to exchange with me? This is just a flower with a strong ornamental nature, its main purpose is to refine the night illumination divine pill. Chen Shang said, in my opinion, it's far inferior to the Qilin fruit from before. Your words are wrong, the elder said, not only can this pill be used to refine the night illumination divine pill, it can also be used to concoct a type of detoxification divine pill. This sort of divine pill is extremely effective at detoxifying the evil poison. After consuming the night bright pellet, it would last for a period of time, allowing people to clearly see in the night, and in the distance, they would be able to see even more clearly. As for the effects of the poison, Chen Shang did not know, because the Master Wang did not tell him, and what he had said just now was also what the Master Wang had told him to say. Is that so? Then what do you think, Senior? Do you want to trade? Chen Shang did not know much about the herbs here, so he decided to learn from Master Wang in the future. Change. This elder was extremely fond of Yingdi's jade flower, and agreed readily to Chen Zhang's request. Chen Shang received the spirit-returning violet bamboo, which shone with a purple light. It looked very beautiful. You have gathered all of the 6 gods Guiyuan Dan's ingredients. This old man probably knew the 6 gods Guiyuan Dan's pill formula, which was why he asked this question. There's still the golden jade dew fruit. Chen Shang sighed. I wonder if we will be able to gather all of them this time. If Senior has any skills, help me out, I have been stuck in this 3 profound realm for a long time. Golden dew fruit. I happen to have a friend. Wait here, I'll go find him. The old man laughed, and patted Chen Zhang's shoulders, because he felt that Chen Shang was extremely lucky, he became extremely friendly to him. In that case, I will thank Senior first. Chen Shang said while grinning. As the old man walked over, Chen Shang was very happy. He ordered a table of dishes and started to wolf it down. Elder Wang, it's just as you said. As soon as that Senior saw the jade butterfly flower, he immediately agreed. Laughed, the Master Wang had told him with absolute certainty that he would succeed in exchanging the jade butterfly flower. Of course, even though I am not very knowledgeable, no one has more experience in exchanging medicinal ingredients than me. Master Wang laughed, his spirit-returning purple bamboo is a heavenly god medicinal herb, and Yingdi jade flower is a supreme divine medicine. There's a huge difference. Even though it's not a very wide use, it's still a supreme divine medicine. Quote. Some alchemists do not use medicinal herbs to refine pills, but to collect them. For example, Elder Wang, is this how you are? Chen Shang had stayed in the Master Wang for a few days, there were a lot of strange medicinal ingredients. Haha, that's right. Master Wang laughed, alchemist has this kind of complex feelings more or less. He likes to collect some pretty and precious herbs. Very quickly, the old man arrived. The person he brought along was actually Yu Jinggong's big brother, the black-robed old man who wanted to search Chen Zhang's soul. Mother CKER, it's actually this guy. Chen Shang had already changed his appearance, and since the other party did not recognize him, he was naturally not too worried. However, he did not want to make a deal with him. Chapter 2806. Yu Jinggong's big brother was called Yu Jingming. Although he was Yu Jinggong's big brother, he was usually very afraid of his own brother, and was often ordered by his own little brother, and sometimes even loudly rebuked. However, Yu Jingming had never complained or been angry before. This kind of patience made many people feel that it was really scary. Access. This was what the Master Wang had told Chen Shang, but Chen Shang himself had seen the real Yu Jingming before. When Yu Jingming searched through his memories, she looked exactly like a demon, so when Master Wang talked about Yu Jingming's performance in Super Origin Dan Hall, Chen Shang couldn't believe that such a berserk person could actually be so patient. The old man brought Yu Jingming here and quickly left, because in exchange for this, there would not be a third person present. This would only interfere with the decisions of others, and would not have a good impact. What are you planning to exchange for my jade dew fruit? Yu Jingming was also wearing a black robe at the moment. His old face did not have any expression, which made him look a little scary. Yu Jingming should be around the same age as his younger brother, but he looked so old. His younger brother was only middle-aged, and was also extremely handsome. Right at this moment, a plan formed in his mind, and then, a short conversation was held with Master Wang. We'll talk about it after we get the gold jade fruit. Master Wang said, Because he had suffered a loss once, he was now very cautious. Unicorn fruit. Chen Shang took out another rare horn fruit. Not bad ingredients. Yu Jingming nodded his head. The gold jade dew fruit in his hand was not too precious. If it was taken out for auction, it would be far inferior to that many Dao crystal that could be sold by the Qilin fruit. The ornamental ability of the unicorn fruit was also very strong. A beautiful flame fruit had grown a Qilin horn. No matter how one looked at it, it was something very special. Alright, after Yu Jingming thought about it for a while, he also agreed. Did not dare to act shamelessly here, otherwise, if the matter got out of hand, he himself would be in deep trouble, so he did not dare snatch Chen Zhang's Qilin fruit. After Chen Shang obtained the golden jade dew fruit, his heart was excited. He had finally gathered these ingredients, and he would be able to refine the 6 gods Guiyuan Dan very soon. Elder Yu, after so many years, you should have had enough of your brother. After Chen Shang obtained the gold jade dew fruit, he suddenly said this. At the same time, he also finished his defense, used the Chuangshi God furnace to protect his own spirit of the Dao gods, and placed a 6 realms mirrors outside the Chuangshi God furnace to release the power of the shot. Previously, when he was struck by the spirit of the Dao gods, he was unable to use his Dao energy and almost suffered a calamity, so this time he became extremely cautious and knew that he had to protect the spirit of the Dao gods well. You, how do you know who I am? You recognize me? Yu Jingming didn't think that the person in front of him was related to Chen Shang. I'm Chen Shang, of course I know. Chen Shang smiled and changed back to his original appearance. When Yu Jingming saw Chen Shang, he immediately wanted to take him down. There's a heavenly refining conference going on here, do you want to die? Chen Shang chuckled, then sat down and said, eat, eat, eat. What are you trying to do? Yu Jingming's voice was ice cold. You also took away the medicinal ingredients in the Master Wang's treasure trove. When Yu Jingming thought of this, he felt extremely uncomfortable in his heart. No, the Master Wang did it himself. The Master Wang did not die, he still has a doppelganger. Chen Shang said, you guys really want to underestimate Master Wang too much, after all Master Wang is the supreme pill god, how can he die so easily? Yu Jingming's heart trembled, the Master Wang was still alive, he was very clear about the influence of the Master Wang. What are you afraid of? Chen Shang saw that Yu Jingming was sweating profusely, and laughed, it's not like you are the one who is going to attack Master Wang, it's your brother Yu Jinggang, right? Yu Jingming thought about this and heaved a sigh of relief. Although he knew about this, he was not the one who did it, and even if they started to investigate, the consequences would not be too severe. Look at you, with such potential, it's no wonder that your own younger brother would play with you. Don't think that it will be fine just like that. Your little brother will definitely push all of this away and blame it on you. It was very obvious that Chen Shang was trying to sow discord between the two brothers. Yu Jingming could also tell, but he had no doubts at all about Chen Zhang's words. He was very clear about what kind of person his little brother was. I know, when you attacked me, it was all because of your little brother's idea. He wanted to let my precious son obtain my heavenly alchemy Dao line and cultivate my alchemy skills. Even if you succeed, you won't get any benefits, so I don't blame you. Chen Shang said while eating, and looked like he was not on guard at all. Yu Jingming thought for a moment, then sat down, rolled up his sleeves, and saw that there was a white centipede wrapped around his wrist, like a bracelet. What is this? Chen Shang frowned. This is the white jade centipede from Myriad Dao Mausoleum. I have poison in my body, I need this white jade centipede to help me take drugs, in order for me to live, otherwise I'll be dead, and in order for the white jade centipede to be willing to absorb the poison from my body, I need to eat a pill. And those pills were all concocted by my little brother. Only he has the medicinal formula and only he can concoct them. Quote. Hearing Yu Jingming's words, Chen Shang finally understood him. So that's how it is. Chen Shang said, looks like if I kill your brother, you won't agree, right? Of course, killing him is equivalent to killing me. Besides, how could he be so easy to kill? He is the 3rd Hall Master of the Super Origin Dan Hall after all, and is even daring to kill the Master Wang, so he won't be that easy to deal with. Yu Jingming said, in the end, you left the original Dao Gate. The reason why he is able to do such a thing in the Super Origin Dan Hall is also because there are people within the original Dao. Quote. If I can cure you of the poison, are you willing to help me get rid of Yu Jinggang? Furthermore, you have to guarantee that you won't let anyone else know about my possession of the heavenly alchemy Dao line. Chen Shang said. This Yu Jingming had a lot of uses, he definitely could not let him go. And Yu Jinggong was currently participating in the Heavenly Refining Conference. If he revealed that he had the Heavenly Alchemy Dao line here, the consequences would be dire. You really can. Yu Jingming's body trembled. He had a very deep understanding of the poison in his body. He had tried many different ways to cure it, but none of them worked. I can give it a try. Chen Shang couldn't guarantee anything now. I've cured quite a few poisons before, I'm a bit confident now. However, I need to know. After I cure you of the poison, I will be able to obtain the benefits above. Chapter 2807. If the poison in Yu Jingming's body was cured, he would no longer need the white jade centipede to help him suppress the poison in his body, and he would no longer need to be manipulated by his detestable younger brother. In the future, he would be free to do anything he wanted. Access. If you can successfully cure my poison, I promise you, I will definitely do my best to help you kill Yu Jinggong. Yu Jingming had had enough of his own brother. Even if Chen Shang had not said it, once his poison was detoxified, he would go and kill Yu Jinggong. Good. However, we need to get a blood contract. I am still a little worried about you, since you almost destroyed me. Chen Shang smiled and said, I still need you to help me with some things in the future. Of course, I will give you some benefits. Quote. I can, but you can't threaten me like how despicable Yu Jinggong is. Yu Jingming said. Chen Shang nodded, and then signed a contract with Yu Jingming. Can you force the poison out of his body? Just force it out a little bit. Chen Shang said. I can't force it at all. The poison is fused with my soul, and cannot be separated from my body. When the poison reaches a certain point, I'll be in extreme pain, and only when the white jade centipede absorbs part of the poison will I feel much better. When Yu Jingming talked about this matter, his face was filled with pain. How did you get infected with this poison? Chen Shang asked. This was a rather thorny poison he had encountered. Fortunately, Yu Jinggong had just captured the white jade centipede and helped me suppress the poison. Yu Jinggong did not refine pills normally, but in terms of using poison, he was very strong. Yu Jingming said, of course, I suspect that this poison was created by him. Because I have asked many people who entered the Myriad Dao Mausoleum about this, and no one has ever encountered this poison. Alright, relax your body now. I'll see if I can see what poison it is. Chen Zhang's fingertip pressed onto the location of Yu Jingming's heart, then he used the Dao Heart Eye to carefully examine it. Before long, he saw Yu Jingming's entire body was wrapped in a grayish color. After he saw it, he immediately used his spiritual sense to lock onto it, and then activated the devouring magic Kung Fu. Just like what Yu Jingming said, it was extremely difficult to absorb, he had spent a lot of effort to only absorb a little. However, this also caused Yu Jingming to be shocked, because he had used many methods previously and could not absorb even a little bit, but Chen Shang was able to do it, which immediately filled him with hope. You, be careful, if you get infected by this poison yourself, you'll have to commit suicide. Yu Jingming said. Don't worry, if I had been hit by this poison, I would have fallen for it a long time ago. Chen Shang was sure that this poison had no effect on him at all. Then, he released the creation flame, and added in the heavenly alchemy Dao power. However, he burned that grey mist, and not long after, that grey mist was burned away. Is there a way? When Yu Jingming saw that Chen Shang could even burn that poison mist, he was overjoyed. I can't be sure. If your soul also has one, then I will need to use fire to burn your soul and body, and completely burn the poison. At that time, it will definitely cause you a lot of pain. Chen Shang said, can you endure it? I can endure it. Yu Jingming saw hope from Chen Shang and said while clenching his teeth. As long as he could get rid of Yu Jinggong's control, he could endure any amount of pain. Alright, I'll start now. Chen Shang took a deep breath. Yu Jingming nodded, and closed his eyes. Chen Shang began to release flames, controlling the flames to enter Yu Jingming's body and Divine Sense C's body. After that, he began to burn them little by little, which would take a very long time, because Yu Jingming's poison was very strong. Yu Jingming was really able to endure it. Although it was painful, he did not scream out. After 3 days and 3 nights, the white jade centipede that was coiled around Yu Jingming's wrist had fallen down. The white jade centipede had left Yu Jingming's arm, which meant that Yu Jingming's body no longer had that poison. It's a success, it's a success. Yu Jingming looked at the white jade centipede in the jade box and constantly recited the words in his mouth. Even he himself found it hard to believe. I see. Chen Shang looked at the white jade centipede and sneered, that kind of strange poison is coming from this white jade centipede. Your poison shouldn't be very serious, but Yu Jinggong tricked you and made you get bitten by the white jade centipede. Then, let the poison grow stronger in your body and then absorb it. This way, the white jade centipede will grow non-stop. However, the pellet Yu Jinggong gave you has a power that can suppress the white jade centipede's growth, so the white jade centipede has been like this for many years. Chen Shang said, Yu Jinggong tricked you so much that you were poisoned. Not only did he not say anything about it, he even purposely concealed a lot of things. This bastard, I must kill him. Yu Jingming shouted in anger. If we don't rush to kill him and just let him die, that would be letting him off easy. Chen Shang sneered, then used a transformation technique to conjure a white jade centipede out of thin air and hid it on Yu Jingming's wrist. You stay by his side, we'll work together to kill him bit by bit. Of course, we have to start from his son, that bastard Yu Haorui. Quote. Alright, I'll listen to you. Yu Jingming had already signed a contract with Chen Shang earlier on, and now that the remaining people were helping him cure the poison, coupled with the fact that they had a common enemy, they would definitely cooperate. Chen Shang took out a piece of jade tablet and handed it over to Yu Jingming. This is the communication jade pendant, hang it around your waist. If you have any important matters, contact me, just channel your divine power into the jade pendant. The spatial power that Chen Shang cultivated was able to create a spatial communication treasure. It was something that was not here. How amazing! Yu Jingming tried it, and he was very surprised. Alright, you should head back now. Chen Shang said. He had been very tired this entire day. After Yu Jingming left, the Master Wang hastily sent a sound transmission to Chen Shang. Kid, you are truly amazing. I can't do anything about that poison, but you have a way. Seems like you have pretty good control of the heavenly alchemy Dao power. Quote. Not bad. Looks like this Yu Jinggong is not an ordinary guy, he's not easy to deal with. Chen Shang said, Master Wang, I have already gathered the remaining 2 materials. The 6 gods Guiyuan Dan should not be difficult to refine, right? It isn't difficult. I'll tell you about the forging process now. Of course, if you had the heavenly alchemy Dao power, it would be even easier. When you step into 6 gods stage, it will be time to get your hands on Taizun Dan. Master Wang chuckled and said, in time, you will definitely surpass me. Chapter 2808. Master Wang had a greater understanding of Chen Shang now. He knew that Chen Shang was not ordinary already, otherwise he would not have been able to grow those medicinal herbs. Chen Shang listened attentively as Master Wang explained the refining process of the 6 gods Guiyuan Dan. He remembered every detail that he had to pay attention to. Are we going to refine it now? Master Wang couldn't see anything inside the 6 realms mirrors, but he could guess that Chen Shang was about to make a move and start concocting pills immediately. That's right, we are going to start refining now. I can't wait to step into 6 gods stage. Chen Shang said as he took out those medicinal ingredients. The 5 elements Gyokuro fruit and the spirit returning violet bamboo were both very beautiful. Once these medicinal ingredients have been refined, there will be no more. The Master Wang said, I think you should think of a way to grow another seed. It won't take long. I've already got a copy. Chen Shang had done this a long time ago. He had the creator's well and the purple pearls condensed from the alive slain method, so it was extremely easy for him. So fast. Master Wang did not believe it, because it was too fast. He had cultivated medicinal herbs for many years, and knew that it was not that easy. I have a special Dao meridian that allows plants to grow and reproduce faster. Chen Shang said, the Dao vein did exist, and Zhang Sijing possessed this kind of Dao vein. Could it be that this is an earth Dao meridian? This is a very good Dao meridian. It's very good for growing medicinal plants. Master Wang knew that Chen Shang had such a Dao vein before, but she never thought that it would be the earth Dao vein. Chen Shang took out the Chuangshi God furnace. He found out from the Master Wang how to refine it, and felt that it wasn't difficult. I have the heavenly alchemy Dao line, so refining it would be even easier. Until now, Chen Shang had never encountered any difficulty in learning to refine new pellets. The heavenly alchemy Dao line allowed his refining process to be even more smooth, and he was not sure if he could continue refining higher level pills in the future. In just more than 2 hours, Chen Shang had refined a 6 gods Guiyuan Dan. He was able to refine 2 pellets, and Master Wang said that he could refine 3 pellets. Not bad, to be able to successfully refine 2 pellets on his first try is already quite outstanding. The Master Wang praised. Although there are 2 pills, it doesn't necessarily mean that you will be able to help him break through to 6 God stage. You can eat these 2 pills first, at that time, you can get a rough understanding of the situation. Elder Wang, I do not know anything about 6 God stage, I hope that you can give me some pointers. Chen Shang said. He had never understood what the 6 God stage needed to cultivate. When the late period of 3 profound realm is in use, the 3 profound divine junctures S will become 1, but they will not become 1. However, after the 3 profound divine junctures S have become 1, the 6 gods will appear within the spirit of the Tao gods, and there are only 6 primordial spirits within. These 6 primordial spirits are extremely important, and the growth of the primordial spirit can cause the spirit of the Tao gods to transform. When the 6 Yuan God reaches a certain point, the spirit of the Tao gods will evolve on its own, and at that time, you will be able to step into the Taizun realm. But that is a matter of the future. The main thing for you to do now is to eat the 6 gods Guiyuan Dan and let the 3 profound divine junctures completely fuse with it, nurturing the 6 Yuan God. I understand. Chen Shang immediately ate the 2 6 gods Guiyuan Dan S. This was only his first time refining one. If the effects were not enough, he would use the crash method to improve his quality during the next time he refined. After consuming it, Chen Shang gradually refined the 6 gods Guiyuan Dan's medicinal power, because it was not refined from the crash method, and it did not have a spirit god, so the refining time was rather long, and took a total of 3 days. It didn't succeed, but I can feel that under the stimulation of the medicinal power, the 3 profound divine junctures showed signs of fusing. Seems like the medicinal power isn't strong enough. Chen Shang took out another batch of ingredients and quickly used the heavenly alchemy Dao line to refine them. This time he was going to start using the crash method. Chen Shang did not know how high the final quality would be, because he had not tried it yet. It's not that the medicinal strength is insufficient just now, but it's just that the medicinal strength is not sufficient to advance, and is unable to push my 3 profound gods to merge together. If I were to use the crash method to refine a 6 gods Guiyuan Dan, I would definitely be able to propel the medicinal strength sufficiently strong. Chen Shang felt that he would enter the 6 gods stage very quickly, and he was almost there. The higher the initial quality of the medicinal ingredients, the more difficult it would be to refine when clashing with them. The pills Chen Shang refined using the heavenly alchemy Dao power were of extremely high quality. Currently, he could only advance to the 6 crash S, and that was the limit he could endure. One must know that he was a late period of 3 profound realm cultivator right now, but he could only go so far when refining 6 gods Guiyuan Dan. It also took Chen Shang an entire day to concoct a pill under such extreme conditions, causing him to feel extremely tired. I should be able to break through this time. Chen Shang planned to rest first and recover his energy before eating this high-quality 6 gods Guiyuan Dan. While he was resting, one of his jade talismans suddenly vibrated. He quickly took it out and checked it. Yu Jingming had sent a message to him. Chen Shang, I just received 2 important pieces of news. The first piece of information is related to Yu Jinggong. Yu Jinggong has a gold pagoda Ganoderma in his hands, and this gold pagoda Ganoderma looks like a pagoda-shaped lingzi that is 9 stories tall. It is very common, and its main purpose is to cure the voodoo dead poison in the Myriad Dao Mausoleum. The witch death poison is a very deadly poison in the Myriad Dao Mausoleum. Even if it's the late period of Taizun realms, just by smelling a little, one would be tortured to death by this poison. If it's a mid or early stage Taizun realms poison, one would be killed in a short period of time. Therefore, this gold pagoda Ganoderma is extremely precious. If Yu Jinggong wants to auction it now, the final price he can get is probably around 20 billion. The second piece of news is related to this heavenly refining auction. The purpose of this event is to prepare to enter the Myriad Dao Mausoleum. At this moment, many great powers pill masters are gathered here to exchange their pills in preparation for entering the Myriad Dao Mausoleum. When the time comes, the winner will receive the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect's reward, and only the 6 God stage will be able to participate in this competition to encourage the young alchemist. The Heavenly Alchemy Soul is the soul of the Heavenly Refining Divine Cauldron that has been growing in the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect for a period of time, and it is able to release the powerful and mysterious special Heavenly Alchemy Immortal power. I do not know much about the specifics, so it is very precious. Chen Shang received a whole bunch of important information in an instant. This was all very important news. Master Wang, what use does the heavenly alchemy soul have? Chen Shang hurriedly asked the Master Wang, and told him that the heavenly alchemy divine sect took the heavenly alchemy soul as a reward. Chapter 2809. Read the domain name of this site online in plain text. When Master Wang heard the words heavenly alchemy soul, he immediately cried out. I never thought that the heavenly alchemy divine sect would have such a situation. Master Wang exclaimed, I don't know much about heavenly alchemy soul, I only know that it can release something called a heavenly alchemy immortal power, and it's very strong. As long as one obtained the spirit of dawn, they could merge it into a divine weapon, and that divine weapon would have the heavenly alchemy immortal power. Access. What do you mean by that? Yu Yang asked. Chen Shang was still in the three profound realm now, but he was confident that he could enter the six god stage in a short amount of time. Every so often, the heavenly alchemy divine sect's heavenly refining divine cauldron will give birth to the soul of this dawn. However, the breaking dawn soul had its own master. If it did not meet the criteria set by the breaking dawn soul, then the breaking dawn soul would not be able to fuse with it. Therefore, whenever there is a situation like this, heavenly alchemy divine sect will hold a competition, and allow the spirit of dawn to watch the competition on the spot. Quote, the winner will receive the approval of the spirit of dawn. At that time, heavenly alchemy divine sect's own disciple will also participate, maybe all the other divine sects will come, and those divine sects should be the most clear about the power of the spirit of dawn. Quote, Chen Shang immediately called Yu Jingming and asked him when he would participate in the competition. From today onwards, there are still 7 days. When we register to participate, we will need to test the strength of the 6 god stage on the spot. After registering, one must refine a total of 30,000 natural la dan in 2 hours. Only then can one obtain the qualifications to enter the competition. Quote, there were still 7 days, so Chen Shang was not in a rush. What about the auction? When will it start? Chen Shang was extremely interested in Yu Jinggong's gold pagoda Ganoderma, as it was something that could help him enter the myriad Dao mausoleum. He didn't know whether he could suppress the death poison either, so he got the gold pagoda Ganoderma to defend himself. 5 days later, Yu Jingming quickly replied, all right, I'll go check out the auction when the time comes. Chen Shang calmed his mood and then ate that pellet of pill 6 gods Guiyuan Dan. Although the quality of the pills refined with crashes were high, and the medicinal power contained within was strong, but after consuming them, their speed of refinement was not slow. Chen Shang felt that they were much faster than the pills he refined before. I must succeed. I must participate in that competition. Chen Shang closed his eyes and chanted in his heart. At this time, the medicinal power had already surged into his spirit of the Tao gods. After the 3 profound goddess felt the medicinal power, they gradually shrank and fused together. The 6 gods Guiyuan Dan continued to release its medicinal power in a steady stream while refining itself and pouring it into the spirit of the Tao gods. It continued to produce a strong medicinal power that pushed the 3 profound divine junctures in the spirit of the Tao gods to fuse with it. We're going to succeed, let's continue. Chen Shang saw that the fusion speed of the 3 profound divine junctures had already started to slow down. If he could not succeed in one go, then the 3 profound divine junctures would return to how it was before. Fortunately, the 6 gods Guiyuan Dan he refined had a very strong medicinal power. Even though there was only a tiny bit of the remaining medicinal power, it was able to successfully fuse 3 profound divine junctures together and condense 6 primordial spirits. The 6 primal souls were extremely special as they floated in the 3 profound divine junctures like 6 balls of flame. Inside the golden spirit of the Tao gods was a big ball of white light, and inside the big ball of white light, there were 6 bright flames that were floating back and forth. After he succeeded, Chen Shang opened his eyes, clenched his fists and released a burst of power from the spirit of the Tao gods. In the blink of an eye, powerful Tao energy surged out. He's more than 10 times stronger than before. Both the spirit of the Tao gods and the 3 profound divine junctures are now very powerful. Chen Shang felt the powerful strength he had just obtained, and his heart surged. Yu Haorui, you definitely can't let me meet you. Otherwise, the only thing you can do is die. Chen Shang remembered back then when Yu Haorui had kicked him viciously, she wanted to obtain his heavenly alchemy Tao line. After breaking through, although Chen Shang was elated, there were still a lot of things he needed to do, and they were rather risky. Yu Jinggong's gold pagoda Ganoderma were very precious, and he couldn't just buy them. That would require more than 20 billion Tao crystal, and he didn't have the time to gather that many Tao crystal right now. Therefore, he could only use methods. The gold pagoda Ganoderma was Yu Jinggong's, so he was not worried at all. At that time, if he had the chance, he would immediately make his move. Yu Jingming, did you get me the right to enter the auction? Chen Shang whispered to Yu Jingming. I got it, I'll send it to you now. Yu Jingming immediately headed towards Chen Zhang's residence. Chen Shang was staying at a few villagers' homes, which was a relatively safe and quiet place. Yu Jingming snuck over quietly and entered Chen Zhang's room, giving him a jade token. This is the jade token to enter the auction place. Yu Jingming said. Did Yu Jinggong suspect you? You better be careful, this guy is so vicious to his own little brother. If he discovers you, you might be killed. Chen Shang said. Don't worry about that, I will pay close attention. He won't notice anything, and right now he doesn't have any suspicions towards me, so this is an extremely important period for him. Because he wants to obtain the heavenly alchemy soul, he needs to gather a large amount of Dao crystal and hire a decent level of alchemist to participate in the competition. Yu Jingming said. Where is the gold pagoda Ganoderma now? Chen Shang had to understand the situation. It's still on Yu Jinggong's body. He only took it out that day when it was his turn to take action. After all, these things are so precious, so he can't be at ease being kept by others. Yu Jingming said. All right, you can go back now. Chen Shang frowned. This way, he wouldn't need to get the gold pagoda Ganoderma. These few days, Chen Shang had been observing everything inside and outside the auction venue, trying to figure out how to steal the gold pagoda Ganoderma when he sees it. He also signed up for the pill forging competition, and he even used his own name right away. If he did not use his real name, and Yu Jinggong exposed him, it would be troublesome. He was not afraid of Yu Jinggong here. The people from the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect must also have Heavenly Alchemy Dao line. If I had the Heavenly Alchemy Dao line, there shouldn't be anything strange about it. Although Chen Shang thought this, he was still a little worried that his possession of the Heavenly Alchemy Dao line would be exposed. Today, the auction started. After Chen Shang used his transformation technique to turn into a small old man, he slowly walked into the auction place. After entering, he immediately used the transmission talisman to contact Yu Jingming. He found out that he was currently in the same room as Yu Jinggong, and couldn't see him from the outside. We'll bring the gold pagoda Ganoderma up to the stage later. It's mainly because Yu Jinggong wishes for his son to have some face. Yu Jingming sent a message to Chen Shang. Chapter 2810. Read the domain name of this site online in plain text. When Chen Shang heard this news, his heart was moved. This was a golden opportunity. This must succeed. Chen Shang was starting to get a little excited. He tried his best to calm down and waited patiently for the moment the gold pagoda Ganoderma appeared. At this time, the Heavenly Refining Conference was being held, and most of the people here were from alchemists, so most of the people auctioned off pills. The Taizun Dan S were also being auctioned. Although they were only middle-tier Taizun Dan S, they could be sold for more than 1 billion. The Taizun Dan that are auctioned off at this kind of auction are all of lower quality. Alchemists that are able to refine one of these are all more ordinary. Master Wang disdainfully said when he heard from Chen Shang that someone was selling mid-ranked Taizun Dan. The quality is indeed very ordinary, but to be able to refine a middle-tier Taizun Dan is already quite good. Chen Shang said, the Taizun Dan S were relatively hard to refine, Master Wang had mentioned it before. Indeed, if we can constantly refine high-quality Taizun Dan S, then we will be like Supreme Dan gods, not poor to the point of selling pellets. The Master Wang said. The reason why the alchemist was poor was only because of the purchase of medicinal ingredients. The higher-ranked alchemist, in particular, required an astonishing number of Dao crystal to purchase medicinal ingredients. More than 2 hours later, the last pill was also ready. The gold pagoda Ganoderma was actually the main attraction of this auction. It could be seen how famous the gold pagoda Ganoderma was. Many people came today to wait for the gold pagoda Ganoderma. I think everyone should know about the gold pagoda Ganoderma too. This is something that the 3 hall masters of the Super Origin Dan Hall, Yu Jinggong, have brought out for auction in the original Dao's Gate. The host said. At this time, Yu Haorui slowly walked out from the side. He was alone, as he walked towards the auction stage with the gold-colored small pagoda in his hands. This gold pagoda Ganoderma seemed to have 9 pieces of lingzi stacked together. It also looked like a tower, glowing with a golden light. The host is in the late stage of 6 gods stage, but there is an early stage Tyzoon realm in front of the auction stage, but it doesn't matter, I will definitely succeed. Chen Shang had already taken out 3 small pellets. The name of this pill was the Illusory Mist Pill. It was a middle-tier Tyzoon Dan. Many Supreme Dan gods knew how to refine it, but the ingredients required were relatively rare, thus this pill was also relatively rare. However, Master Wang had the ingredients to refine the Illusory Mist Pills. When he previously knew that Chen Shang was going to snatch Yu Jinggong's gold pagoda Ganoderma, he gave the Illusory Mist Pills like the one Chen Shang gave to Chen Shang to use his spatial power. He threw the 3 Illusory Mist Pills at 3 places in the auction center and then controlled the explosion of the 3 pills. Yu Haorui originally wanted to show off, so he deliberately walked very slowly, allowing the other disciples to see him carrying this gold pagoda Ganoderma. However, just as Yu Haorui was feeling complacent, a burst of white light suddenly flashed, and then the inside of the auction was full of forests. There were even the howls of dragon beast, and from time to time, a thick mist would roll over. It's the Misty Mirage Pill. An old man shouted. And the moment Chen Shang exploded, he had already teleported in front of Yu Haorui, using his fastest speed to transfer the gold pagoda Ganoderma over to him. Yu Haorui's reaction speed could be considered to be extremely fast. Seeing that such a thing had suddenly happened, he immediately kept the gold pagoda Ganoderma inside. It was just that Chen Zhang's reaction speed was too fast. He did not realize that Chen Shang had used a fake gold pagoda Ganoderma. The medicinal power of the Illusory Mist Pill quickly dissipated, and the scene returned to normal. No one knew what happened, as everyone was trapped in their own illusions. At that time, everyone was on their own, so they couldn't see anything. Even the old man in the early stages of the Tyzoon realm was trapped in an illusion. However, because there were too many people here, all the medicinal energy was absorbed by the crowd and dispersed. Therefore, everyone's hallucinations did not last long and it only lasted for a few seconds. But this allowed Chen Shang to succeed, and also quietly left the auction place, leaving behind a clone inside. If not, he would suddenly be missing a person, which would arouse suspicion, and at that time, when he checked the jade plates or something, he would expose Yu Jingming. Ruier, where are the gold pagoda Ganoderma? Yu Jinggong anxiously walked over and asked anxiously. I have it. Yu Haorui anxiously took out his gold pagoda Ganoderma. After seeing the gold pagoda Ganoderma, Yu Jinggong heaved a sigh of relief, but he felt that something was amiss. He had possessed the gold pagoda Ganoderma for a long time and was very familiar with it. However, he was not familiar with the gold pagoda Ganoderma in front of him, especially the aura. Father, what's wrong? Yu Haorui immediately asked. He also felt that he was extremely clever, and kept the gold pagoda Ganoderma after encountering a sudden situation. Follow me. Yu Jinggong anxiously brought Yu Haorui and left, while the people in charge of the auction also followed along, as they realized that something was amiss. This kind of auction was very large, but there were people causing trouble here in an attempt to snatch the gold pagoda Ganoderma. At this moment, everyone was discussing this matter. Are you selling the gold pagoda Ganoderma? A man shouted impatiently. That's right, we came here today to buy gold pagoda Ganoderma. What happened just now? Who lost the Illusory Mist Pill? The crowd was filled with doubts. Chen Shang was currently in his room, lying on his bed. Looking at the gold pagoda Ganoderma in the Yuyao Mountain Villa, he chuckled. At the backstage of the auction venue, Yu Jinggong angrily said, what's going on in this venue? To actually let this kind of thing happen, this gold pagoda Ganoderma is fake. Quote. Yu Jinggong crushed the fake gold pagoda Ganoderma with a palm. The fake gold pagoda Ganoderma turned into mist. This gold pagoda Ganoderma was obviously taken away by your son. We even saw him take it out of the storage magic treasure. What does this have to do with us? We are still suspecting that you were the one who released the Illusory Mist Pill. Do you really want to frame us? The old man, who was holding the auction, sneered. Yu Jinggong couldn't explain it now either. After all, his son had just said that the gold pagoda Ganoderma had been taken into the storage magic treasure's grasp, and from start to finish, the gold pagoda Ganoderma had been in his son's hands. The moment the fog pill appeared, it was also kept by his son. He couldn't blame the auction house for this. Someone used a very clever method. The moment the Misty Mirage Pill appeared, they switched the gold pagoda Ganoderma in my son's hands. The speed was very fast, so my son did not feel it either. I am the hall master of the Super Origin Dan Hall. Why would I do such a thing to scam you? Yu Jinggong calmed down and thought carefully about it. He felt that this was the only possibility. Chapter 2811. Yu Jingming looked at the furious Yu Jinggong, feeling extremely happy in his heart, only he knew that Chen Shang had done it. At this moment, he was even more impressed with Chen Zhang's methods, to actually be able to do it in that situation. At this moment, there is not a single person missing outside. They were told not to leave this place and all of them have been investigated thoroughly. The person who stole the gold pagoda Ganoderma must still be outside. Yu Jinggong said. He was the one who had lost, and the people at the auction would definitely not be responsible for the compensation. You should be aware that many of the people who are participating in this auction are from solid backgrounds. I cannot keep them here. If you are able to do so, then go ahead and attend the auction. The people at the auction house thought that they were not at fault, which made Yu Jinggong very angry. You all, it was all in vain that I trusted you all so much, and yet you all want to shirk your responsibilities. Yu Jinggong shouted in anger. Humph, if someone is really stealing your gold pagoda Ganoderma from us, we will definitely try our hardest to catch him, but no matter how you look at it now, it seems like you are all putting on an act and trying to trick us. If you have evidence to prove who attacked us, we will definitely do our best to capture that person. The auctioneer said. When Yu Jinggong heard this, he was so angry that the corner of his brows trembled, and he snorted, let's go. After Chen Shang succeeded, he left the auction far, far away. Furthermore, he had already planted the gold pagoda Ganoderma, and it wouldn't be long before the gold pagoda Ganoderma would reproduce. Master Wang, have you ever entered the Myriad Dao Mausoleum? Chen Shang asked. I think Yu Jinggong went in there before, he probably got a lot of good stuff from there. The Myriad Dao Mausoleum is very dangerous, although anyone can enter, the chances of survival are very small. Of course, if we can pass through the Flying Dragon Experience Place, then it would be even safer to enter the Myriad Dao Mausoleum. Master Wang said. However, the Flying Dragon Experience Place is controlled by the Flying Dragon Palace, and if we do not enter, even if we are able to, without sufficient strength to pass, the only road left for us is death. Chen Shang had also heard about the matters of the Flying Dragon Experience Place before, which required one to have an extremely high realm and strength to enter. When the Myriad Dao Mausoleum opens, the four great divine sects will work together to open the transmission array outside the Myriad Dao Mausoleum. At that time, the people from the four great divine sects will lead the people from the other sects into the Myriad Dao Mausoleum. I must go and take a look. Chen Shang mainly entered the Myriad Dao Mausoleum to go there. If he could get some good stuff there, it would not be bad. Chen Shang felt that he had a good chance of winning against all the other alchemists. As long as it wasn't alchemist participating in the competition with the Taizun realm, he wouldn't feel any pressure. In the alchemist of the Taizun realm, there were still many strong existences. For example, the Master Wang was extremely powerful, but it was a pity that they were half dead right now, and that was all because of Yu Jinggong. Chen Shang, Yu Haorui went out alone. Do you want to follow him? Yu Jingming suddenly said to Chen Shang. He left alone. Where did he go? He left the village. Chen Zhang's heart moved. At the auction, Chen Shang had almost killed him, but he was afraid that it would cause a huge commotion and attract powerful Taizun realm rankers, preventing him from participating in the pill refining competition. He did not leave the village and instead went to gather with some of the young genius disciples of Yuan Shidao School. Yu Jingming told Chen Shang the location. It was a hotel. When Chen Shang arrived, he saw a few people that he was more familiar with. They were the Morong brothers, Liang Jinjin, Zhao Yunchao and Ji Yu Qingtian. Aren't these guys just outer sect disciples? Why would they be together with Yu Haorui? Chen Shang had a good influence on them previously, because at that time, they had all rejected the famous Supreme Realm invitation from the Yuan Shidao School and stayed in the outer sect to train, relying on their own strength to enter the inner sect. Chen Shang had already changed his appearance, he was not afraid of them recognizing him. He walked into the hotel and saw Yu Haorui coming out to welcome them. Yu Haorui's face was full of smiles, not one bit depressed because he lost his gold pagoda Ganoderma, but his mood was actually so good. All of you are famous disciples of the Supreme Realm in the Yuan Shidao School, there is no need to be polite to me. Yu Haorui chuckled, and then brought them all to the upper floor of the hotel. Chen Shang was secretly shocked. The Morong brothers had actually entered the inner sect and acknowledged the overlords as their masters, no wonder Yu Haorui treated them so well. Other than the Morong brothers, there were also many other young true disciples of the Yuan Shidao School. This heavenly refining conference had not only attracted the alchemists to attend, some of the overlords had also come to purchase pills, so they brought a lot of their young disciples. After Chen Shang disappeared, he entered the hotel and went to the third floor. There was a very spacious hall here, where Yu Haorui and the other young geniuses were all gathered. My friends, you have stayed in the outer sect before. Do you know a person called Chen Shang? Yu Haorui asked after telling the Morong brothers to sit down. After Chen Shang had escaped, Yu Jinggong and the others had not given up. However, after searching through that place for a while, they were still unable to find Chen Shang. In this way, he would be able to obtain the inheritance of Chen Zhang's heavenly alchemy Dao line and alchemy techniques. He had previously investigated Chen Shang and knew that Chen Shang had come from the outer sect. When Chen Shang had first entered the outer sect, he had participated in many battles, thus, it was very easy for Yu Haorui to find out about these things. I know him, but I'm not familiar with him. He just stayed in the outer sect for a short while and he already passed the inner sect entrance exam. We never saw him again. Ji Yu Qingtian said, Brother Yu, what are you looking for him for? After this Chen Shang came to the inner sect, he entered the Super Origin Dan Hall and stayed with the Master Wang. However, this fellow is extremely vicious. After killing the Master Wang, he took all the medicinal herbs in the Master Wang's treasure grounds. Right now, the entire Super Origin Dan Hall is searching for him. Yu Haorui said as he grinded his teeth, looking as if he was serious. After Chen Shang heard this, he was very angry in his heart. He wished that he could immediately go out and slap Yu Haorui's mouth, then speak such nonsense. Master Wang died in an abyss caused by his father, and now he was being falsely accused. Is this true? Is this true? Ji Yu Qingtian didn't dare believe it, because he had fought with Chen Shang before. He felt that Chen Shang wasn't that kind of person. Chapter 2812. Yu Haorui could tell that Ji Yu Qingtian had a pretty good impression of Chen Shang from his expression, so he sighed, you don't even know your own face. You all don't know, at that time I also thought that Chen Shang was a good guy, how would I have known that he was this kind of person? Quote. Chen Shang could not hold it in any longer, and went to the entrance of the Great Hall, and knocked loudly with all his might. Who? Yu Haorui shouted in displeasure. I am Chen Shang, Chen Shang said. Yu Haorui was stunned for a moment. He did not expect that when he was about to say something bad about Chen Shang had come here and he did not know whether he should be happy or worry. Because Chen Shang knew that the father and son duo had done all those dirty things. Yu Haorui immediately opened the door, and as expected, he saw Chen Shang, and immediately shouted angrily, Chen Shang, you shameless bastard, you actually have the face to look for me. Yu Haorui, you must be talking nonsense. They want to blame the death of Master Wang on me. HMPH, you father and son are too naive, do you really think that Master Wang is dead? Master Wang is a genius in alchemy, he long ago cultivated a clone and a primordial spirit. Chen Shang said coldly. You, it's obviously you who brought out the Master Wang. Before Yu Haorui could finish, Chen Shang cut him off. Master Wang is a Tai Zun realm, what right do you have to harm him with my strength? Moreover, your father is of the Tai Zun realm, so he is the one who deserves to be suspected the most. Quote. Yu Haorui did not know why Chen Shang would suddenly appear at such a time either. He had to immediately inform his father, because this matter was extremely important, especially the matter of the Master Wang being still alive. At that time, they suspected that it was Chen Shang, but felt that it was impossible. It was because there were many arrays in the Master Wang, and only those who were familiar with the arrays could take away the medicinal ingredients inside. Now that Chen Shang said it, there was only one possibility, the ingredients were all taken away by the Master Wang's avatar. You are slandering me with your blood. My father is the Hall Master, and I am good friends with the Master Wang. Yu Haorui became anxious because he saw that Ji Yu Qingtian and the others seemed to trust Chen Shang more. Great, great, great. Your father was the one who tricked Master Wang into hunting some dragon eagle, and then pushed him into some deep abyss. Chen Shang, you slandered my father, you're courting death. Yu Haorui took out a sword and was about to stab Chen Shang. Chen Shang took a step forward, dodging the sword, and threw a slap fiercely landing on Yu Haorui's face. Pow! Bang! With a clear sound, Yu Haorui was knocked against the wall. Then, Chen Shang walked over and picked Yu Haorui up, and started to slap his face. You actually want to kill me? You still want my Dao Meridian, right? Chen Shang did not hold back at all, as long as he did not kill the other party, he had nothing to be afraid of because Jiu Qingtian and the others had seen him attack first. Although fighting was not allowed in this village, when attacked by others, one could still teach them a lesson. A piece of trash like you dares to be so arrogant. As Chen Shang spoke, he fiercely slapped Yu Haorui's mouth a few more times, causing all of Yu Haorui's teeth to fall off and blood to flow crazily from his mouth. They were very clear of Yu Haorui's strength. Although Yu Haorui had only just stepped into the 6 God stage, his strength was still at the early stages of 6 God stage, yet he was beaten up so ruthlessly by Chen Shang. This only meant that Chen Shang had also stepped into the 6 God stage. Initially, Murong Jin thought that after he had entered the inner sect, his strength was close to Chen Zhang's, but he never thought that Chen Shang had already stepped into the 6 God stage, far surpassing them, and a bright future. Yu Haorui was also very surprised. He himself was an early stage 6 God stage, but he was unable to unleash his powers, because once he used them, he would always be scattered by a wave of energy. Scram! Chen Shang grabbed Yu Haorui and threw him out of the window as if he was throwing trash. Everyone, this fellow must be slandering me just now. He has done quite a few things like this. When he had first entered the Super Origin Dan Hall, he had been schemed against several times. Now, even the Master Wang is screwed. The father and son duo plotted against us. Quote. Chen Shang then told Jiu Qingtian and the others about him entering the Super Origin Dan Hall, to gain their trust. If someone were to pursue the matter of him causing trouble here, then they could come forward to testify. Chen Shang, don't worry. We have long since heard of some of Yu Haorui's affairs and would not completely trust him, said. He had fought with Chen Shang before, and back then, Chen Shang had held back, not injuring him at all. That was why he had a good impression of Chen Shang. Liang Jinjin's brother had also been taught by Chen Shang, and since then he had become much better. Therefore, Liang Jinjin was secretly grateful to Chen Shang in her heart. At this time, the few genius disciples all supported Chen Shang. Then, thank you very much. I plan to participate in the pill refining competition. When that happens, I would like to invite everyone to come and support me. Chen Shang laughed. If you need me to concoct any pills in the future, I will definitely help you all. Chen Shang, you are still an alchemist. Mu Rongling exclaimed, amazing. With such strength, you actually know how to concoct pills. He only knows a little, and that's all thanks to the guidance of the Master Wang. It's a pity that the Master Wang's fleshly body has been destroyed, and only his soul is left. However, he will be able to cultivate it very quickly. Chen Shang said. He did not tell them that the Master Wang was inside one of his divine artifacts. After that, Chen Shang chatted with them for a while before he left. Although Yu Haorui had beaten Yu Haorui up badly, he was not dead yet. Moreover, he had brought some people with him, and they carried him away right now. When Yu Haorui saw his father, he immediately told his father about him meeting Chen Shang. When Yu Jinggong heard this, his expression turned gloomy. He never thought that Master Wang was still alive. This was something he did not expect, and now, only Chen Shang knew where the Master Wang's clone was hiding. Father, what should we do now? Yu Haorui's injuries had already healed a little as he said this with a sullen face. He was very unwilling to be beaten up by Chen Shang in such a way. HMPH, you are too reckless. Otherwise, he wouldn't have had the chance to fight back. I never expected that he would actually step into the 6 God stage. Yu Jinggong was also thinking of a way. If Yuan Shidao School knows that we have plotted against them, at that time, we will be in a lot of trouble. It seems like we have no choice but to admit it, do you understand? Quote. Yu Haorui nodded. Master Wang's reputation was not small. Although many people did not know his real name, they were extremely familiar with the 3 words, Master Wang. Chen Shang had told them yesterday that he wanted them to spread the news of the Master Wang's murder. Therefore, when Yu Jinggong woke up the next day, he was cursing in his heart. At this time, there were many friends of the Master Wang in the hotel that wanted to ask him about this. Chapter 2813. Regarding this matter, Yu Jinggong would never admit it, and Chen Shang had no evidence either. Since the Master Wang did not come out, the truth was still in the clouds. Although Yu Jinggong had rebutted him, many people did not believe that Chen Shang was the culprit. Even if Chen Shang had already stepped into the 6 God stage, at the very least, he was still a Tai Zun realm, and Chen Shang was unable to deal with him. Furthermore, Yu Jinggong was from the Tai Zun realm, so he had enough strength to scheme and murder Master Wang. Therefore, many people believed that it was Yu Jinggong who did it. Yu Jinggong still had some power, so none of Master Wang's friends dared to do anything to him. It wasn't until the day of the competition that Chen Shang finally showed his face to participate in the competition. At this time, he was surrounded by Master Wang who clamored about the situation there. Chen Shang had discussed this with Master Wang before. If asked, how should he answer? Now, Chen Shang would answer according to what Master Wang had said before. Since the Master Wang was the one who guided Chen Shang and answered the questions, many people believed in Chen Zhang's words as words were too preposterous. Master Wang is in a secret place to cultivate his fleshly body. Once he has finished cultivating, he will naturally come to find you. At that time, the truth will be out. Chen Shang said to the old men. This group of old men all possessed the supreme force. Alright, at that time, if we are certain that it was Yu Jinggong who did it, we will definitely not spare him. Yu Jinggong, this guy, already knew that he would say something. YB is a very sinister person in Super Origin Dan Hall. I never thought that you would dare to harm Master Wang. Quote. It's just that there is no evidence. If Master Wang can come out, he can take Yu Jinggong down right now. Many people chose to believe in Chen Shang. Chen Shang also wanted Master Wang to come out, but it was extremely dangerous. At the moment, Master Wang only had an extremely weak soul, so if he came out, it would be very dangerous. And the Master Wang didn't want others to know that he was with Chen Shang either. This would cause Chen Shang to be in extreme danger. Because Chen Shang wanted to participate in the competition, everyone stopped surrounding Chen Shang and allowed him to enter the arena. Right now, it was the preliminary competition, to refine a high-quality natural law Dan at the specified time. This was not difficult for Chen Shang, he completed it quickly. After passing through the preliminaries, Chen Shang would obtain the qualifications. By noon, there were only 100 or so people who passed the preliminaries. Chen Shang never thought that there would be so few people who passed. The official competition starts at night and it's only one match. I have to compete with these 100 experts, so the pressure is not small. At this point of time, Chen Shang found out that there were 20 disciples of the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect who had passed the preliminaries with the fastest speed possible. The rules for the competition had yet to come out, but Chen Shang believed that it would definitely be fair, because it was primarily to let the Heavenly Alchemy Soul approve, and when the time came, the spiritual Heavenly Alchemy Soul would also be present to watch. Chen Shang was patiently waiting in the competition hall. He heard that they were preparing the medicinal ingredients, which was why they started at night. Chen Shang, what do you have with Flying Dragon Palace? Just a moment ago, a Flying Dragon envoy came to find Yu Jinggong to talk about your business. Yu Jingming sent a message to Chen Shang. Hearing Flying Dragon envoy, Chen Zhang's heart trembled. Back then, he had gotten all the pieces of the Heavenly Alchemy art from the Flying Dragon envoy. Now that the Flying Dragon envoy was here, it was obvious that he knew that he had taken away the broken pieces, and coincidentally found out about the gold pagoda Ganoderma, which was why he thought of the Heavenly Alchemy art fragment. Flying Dragon envoy might suspect that it was me. But he doesn't have any evidence, but he definitely knows that I will always have a Heavenly Alchemy Dao line, and I even know how to use it. Chen Shang was secretly worried. They went to your place. Yu Jingming sent a sound transmission to Chen Shang. Chen Shang had already sensed the aura of the Flying Dragon envoy. He immediately closed his eyes and pretended to close them to rest. This was the territory of the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect. The Flying Dragon Palace would definitely not dare to act rashly, and as a member of the Yuan Shidao school, he would definitely not act rashly. Chen Shang did not look at the Flying Dragon envoy, and started to laugh coldly to himself. Yu Jinggong could be considered a member of the Yuan Shidao school, but he had actually colluded with the Flying Dragon Palace. Chen Shang, Yu Jinggong shouted, her voice was cold and filled with killing intent. There were a lot of alchemists in the hall, all of them had some power, the younger alchemists were all there too. Yu Jinggong's sudden shouts disturbed them from their rest. They immediately glared at Yu Jinggong, causing his expression to change. Chen Shang stood up, and laughed. Oh, isn't this Yu Jinggong? And this person is Flying Dragon envoy. Our Yuan Shidao school has always been at odds with him, but you, Yu Jinggong, have a very good relationship with him. Quote. It's also no wonder, since you even dare to harm your own sect's Master Wang, colluding with the Flying Dragon Palace is naturally nothing much. Yu Jinggong was startled. He never thought that Chen Shang would actually reveal the identity of the Flying Dragon envoy just like that. He thought that Chen Shang would not dare to say it. Now, Chen Shang dared to say nothing. The people here all hated the Flying Dragon Palace more or less, because the Flying Dragon Palace was extremely tyrannical. It was not only because of the enmity between the Yuan Shidao school and himself, the other sects were also like this. At this time, the hall master of the Yuan Shidao school was walking together with the Flying Dragon envoy. Chen Shang, did you take away my things? Flying Dragon envoy scolded angrily, because he lost the heavenly alchemy art fragment, causing him to receive a very serious punishment. What is it? I don't know. No wonder all of you want to splash dirty water on me when you get together. Chen Shang would definitely not admit that he was the one who took the heavenly alchemy art away. Don't think I'm afraid to tell you. The fact that the Flying Dragon envoy knew about Chen Shang being on the 100th floor was extremely shocking. Tell me, I am not afraid, but you should be. Chen Shang laughed. What losses will I suffer? Right now, I am someone from the Yuan Shidao school, and although there is a trash like Yu Jinggong, the Yuan Shidao school is still better off. Quote. The Flying Dragon envoy clenched his fist. Just as he was about to speak, an old man walked in and said coldly, if there's any grievances, we can settle it outside, everyone should rest here, get back to normal, familiarize ourselves with the competition grounds, and don't make a ruckus. This old man could tell at a glance that he was an extremely powerful one, causing both Flying Dragon envoy and Yu Jinggong to reveal a trace of fear. Then, they glared at Chen Shang, before hurriedly leaving. Until night fell, when Yu Jingming received news that both he and the Flying Dragon envoy did not tell anyone about him possessing the Heavenly Alchemy Dao line. It was because they all wanted to obtain the Heavenly Alchemy Dao line, and were afraid that it would be taken away by someone else. These two fellows are underestimating me. Once I obtain the Heavenly Alchemy Soul, I will definitely take care of them both. Chen Shang was in an extremely good condition, he was extremely confident in his ability to participate in the competition. Chapter 28:14. This competition was hosted by the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect and the ingredients were also provided by the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect. At this moment, the alchemists who were waiting in the hall for the competition to begin were all extremely curious about what kind of rule this competition would follow. The disciples of the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect also didn't know the rules, so when many people asked them about it, they shook their heads. They said that they themselves didn't know either, so it could be seen that the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect was still fair. Chen Shang felt that no matter what rule it was, as long as he had sufficient strength, he would definitely be able to achieve good results. Very soon, it was night. Other than the alchemists who were participating in the final competition, there were also many people who came to watch. These people were all disciples of the Supreme Lord and the Supreme Lord. Chen Shang saw that the Morong brothers were here, they had all followed their master. Yu Haorui was also there, and when Chen Shang looked at Yu Haorui, he just so happened to be looking at him, with eyes full of hatred and anger, as if he wanted to rush over and eat him. Seeing Yu Haorui's expression, Chen Shang smiled at him, but it was filled with disdain, which made Yu Haorui even angrier. The center of the main hall was very spacious, with over 100 alchemists taking out their pill furnaces and sitting there, it did not feel crowded at all. The people from Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect are here. A person suddenly said in a low voice. He saw more than 10 old men suddenly walking in front of him. Read greater than fiction. The people in the great hall all stood up hastily. Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect was a mysterious and powerful sect, and every time they held a heavenly refining conference, many people would benefit greatly from it. The alchemist was very respectful to the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect. After the dozen or so elders from the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect walked out, they took out a white ball of light and placed it on a table. Could this be the Heavenly Alchemy Soul? When Chen Shang saw the white ball of light, he had a strange feeling. Everyone has been waiting for a long time. I will not waste any time and directly tell everyone the rules of the competition. An old man said before gesturing for everyone to sit down. After everyone had sat down, the old man said, the final result of this competition will be decided by everyone. The old man waved his hand, and then a large group of sturdy men walked in, all of them holding a large jade jar filled with medicinal ingredients. Although these medicinal ingredients were all high-grade heavenly god medicine, it caused many of the alchemists to be extremely shocked. Some of these medicinal ingredients were things that they had never seen before, while others they had seen before. However, they were extremely rare and belonged to the rarer kind. There were a total of 100 vats of such medicinal herbs, and none of them were heavy at that. This caused many people to be shocked at the strength of the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect, to have such a deep foundation. Here are 100 types of high-grade heaven's great medicine. If you want to know the specific details of these medicinal herbs, you can just send your consciousness into the jade vat and find out. In this competition, you will need to concoct a pill formula yourselves, and then use the effects of the pills to determine if you will be able to obtain the final victory. Once you have concocted the pills that you created, everyone will vote for you, and the one with the highest number of votes will decide whether to give the heavenly alchemy soul to him according to the circumstances. When Chen Shang heard the rules, he could not help but frown. The other alchemists were the same, all of them discussed softly. Everyone was worried that something unfair would happen. The difficulty of this competition was quite high. How could one select the most effective medicinal pill from the 100 types of medicinal ingredients that would emerge from the competition and earn the recognition of many people? This was a huge challenge to the comprehensive ability of an alchemist, and it was also the first time Chen Shang had encountered such a competition. The competition should last for 12 hours. You should hurry up and finish it as soon as morning breaks. The old man said, "It's starting now. If you fail, you just have to finish it within the specified time." After saying that, it started. The hourglass started to pour down, and all the participating alchemists started to understand the effects of these 100 types of medicinal ingredients. This way, they would know how to concoct the best medicinal pellets. Each large jade vat contained over 100 portions of medicinal ingredients, so the medicinal ingredients were sufficient. Just like the others, Chen Shang also sent his consciousness into the jade vat, obtaining information on every type of medicinal herbs. These medicinal herbs were all strange, many of them had never appeared before, and were extremely unfamiliar. Chen Shang quietly observed the 20 disciples of Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect. At this moment, their eyebrows were tightly knitted, which meant that they did not know how to mix the medicinal ingredients, and that Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect did not favor their disciples. After all, this competition was only to get the approval of the Heavenly Alchemy Soul. If he cheated and won, when the Heavenly Alchemy Soul fused with the winner, they would definitely know if the person had cheated, and in the end, he would not be able to merge with the soul, so even if he cheated and won, there would be no benefits. There are actually 5 elements due fruits. After Chen Shang finished reading, he was shocked to discover that the spirit had not returned to the purple bamboo shoot. Chen Shang did not plan to ask the Master Wang for guidance, because in that case, he had cheated, and might not be able to merge with the artifact spirit in the end. The 5 elements due fruit is the main ingredient used to refine 6 gods Guiyuan Dan. Although it lacks the spirit returning violet bamboo, it can still play a major role. Chen Shang did not understand much about the herbs here, but he knew other people were the same, because most of the herbs taken out by the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect were rarely seen, and from the looks of the confused looks on the faces of the alchemist people, they were obvious. The 5 elements due fruit's main function should be towards the 6 yuan god. If I add something into it, it might be able to refine a pill that can make the 6 yuan god stronger. Eating this kind of pill can speed up the growth of the 6 god stage. Chen Shang thought for a while, then looked for the ingredients related to this area, to see if they could be combined together. After an hour had passed, Chen Shang was unable to find anything. However, there were already people starting to concoct the pill. It was just a try to do so. I'll give it a try, since there are so many herbs here. Chen Shang picked out the 5 elements due fruit, added 3 types of medicinal herbs that had a certain effect on the 6 yuan god, and then began to refine it. He finished the pill in an hour, and after he ate it, there was no effect at all. I've met with a problem this time. Chen Shang sighed in his heart. He looked at the other alchemists and saw that they were also flustered. Many of them had just picked the herbs and were a little excited. This competition was extremely challenging. Chen Shang had not felt this nervous in a long time. My previous thoughts were wrong. The herbs here are just high-grade heavenly god medicines. Even though they have a use for 6 god stage, they are still very limited. I should focus on whether they are useful for 3 profound realms. Chen Shang changed his way of thinking. Chapter 2815. The 6 gods Guiyuan Dan that Chen Shang had eaten before were considered not bad, but they were still not stable. One would need to eat a large amount to be able to help one step into the 6 god stage, and the ingredients needed to refine this pill were fewer. If one did not obtain any effect after eating this pill, it would cause one to be very disappointed. Now, Chen Shang was planning to refine a type of pill. After consuming it, one would be able to quickly step into the 6 god stage, and if he succeeded, he would definitely get the recognition of many people, especially for the late period of 3 profound realm. There were many late period of 3 profound realms present here, although they were all genius disciples. If they wanted to enter the 6 God stage, they would need a very long period of time to do so, and even if they used medicinal pills, it would still take a very long period of time. If Chen Shang were to succeed in concocting this pill, then there would definitely be a lot of people giving it to him, especially those supreme elders who wanted his disciple to enter the 6 God stage. They would definitely give him a vote. Chen Shang had refined 6 gods Guiyuan Dan before, and there were a majority of the ingredients for the 6 gods Guiyuan Dan here, so he felt that it was very likely that he would succeed. As long as the 6 gods Guiyuan Dan was strong enough to provide sufficient medicinal power and allow a person's 3 profound divine junctures to fuse together, they would be able to enter the 6 God stage. The reason why Chen Shang was able to rely on the 6 gods Guiyuan Dan to step into the 6 God stage before, was also because he was able to obtain sufficient medicinal power through the refinement of the crash method. Right now, it was a competition. He could not use the crash method, because when the time came for the pill formulas to be announced, there might be some old alchemist who would concoct them on the spot. As a result, he couldn't even use Heavenly Alchemy Dao line. As long as I add more medicinal ingredients with sufficient medicinal strength to advance, I will succeed. Chen Shang picked a few other ingredients and started refining them. Although he could refine it quickly, the effect was not ideal. Adding that he already possessed the 6 God stage, he would not be able to determine the exact effect of the medicine. Looks like I can only continue to try. There's still time, I can't panic. Chen Shang took a deep breath, calmed himself down, and then went to pick the ingredients to try refining it. The other alchemists here were also the same. In order to concoct new pill recipes, they had to continuously try it out. Many of them felt that even if they could not win, to have the chance to concoct so many medicinal ingredients, they felt that it was worth it, as it was a huge gain for them. Normally, they wouldn't have had such an opportunity to come into contact with so many rare and precious medicinal ingredients. Time flew by quickly, especially for the participating alchemist. All of them wanted to slow down a little, so that they could have enough time to arrange the materials. However, time was not going to wait for them. The sand in the hourglass continued to flow, and time was running out. This furnace will definitely succeed. Chen Shang used the 5 elements jade dew fruit and added the other 5 medicinal ingredients. It could be said that he had the most medicinal ingredients. To many alchemists, the more medicinal ingredients there were, the more difficult it was to refine them. Normally, they would only refine up to 5 or 6 of these medicinal ingredients. Of course, alchemists who were able to refine more than 10 kinds of medicinal ingredients were also of high standards, and there were quite a few supreme Dan gods who were watching from the sidelines. Just now, they had all seen Chen Shang pouring 10 types of medicinal ingredients into the furnace, yet Chen Shang was able to refine them smoothly now. Chen Shang was related to the missing Master Wang, so Chen Shang was also a topic that many people present paid attention to. I succeeded. The pill I refined was called the Purple Spirit Concentrating Pill. It allowed those who had just stepped into the 6 God stage to gather the divine power of the world and strengthen the 6 Yuan God. It is known to all that in the early stages of 6 God stage, many people's 6 Yuan God were unstable. A man took out 3 purple pills from his pill furnace and said confidently, "If it's serious, it could even cause me to be unable to level up for the rest of my life." However, the purple chi congealing pellet that I created could prevent 6 God stage from having such a situation happen during the early stages of the 6 God stage. This kind of pill was indeed not bad. If their disciples were to consume it after they step into the 6 God stage, they wouldn't need to worry about the instability of the 6 Yuan God anymore. Amazing, as expected of a disciple from the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect. An old man chuckled. Words are useless. You have to try it to know. Anyone can say that. A middle-aged man said. I have 3 pills. We can let our 3 early 6 God stage friends have a try. The Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect disciple laughed. However, it can only be because of the instability of the 6 Yuan God. The 6 Yuan God is unstable. Anyone can see that before consuming the purple chi congealing pellet. The seniors of the Tai Zun realm can first carefully inspect it, and then carefully examine it after they consume it. Thereafter, the 10 odd elders of the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect S pulled out 3 early stage 6 God stage S, and each one of them with unstable 6 Yuan God ate the 3 pellets. After eating it, the effects of the pill quickly changed, and their 6 Yuan God became stable immediately. Soon after, an old man in the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect refined another batch of pills, and then took out 3 more to try out the pill. The effects were equally good. Thus, the purple spirit concentrating pill had also been approved. It could be used in this competition. Currently, there were people who were able to complete it, but even more people were able to exit. There were over 100 people who were able to complete over 10, but the others didn't have the confidence to get a good pill formula, so they all left. The pill I am concocting is called Inverse Mystery Returning Pill. This man was also from the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect, and most of those who could pass were Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect's disciples. This pill has two advantages. The first one is the same as my senior brother's purple spirit concentrating pill. Everyone should be clear about this point, but the second benefit is that it can allow those who have stopped at the early stages of 6 God stage to reverse the hidden disease left behind by the 6 Yuan God. The man's words made some of the old men in the early stages of 6 God stage pale in comparison. Afterwards, the man applied for someone to try out the pill, and the results were quickly revealed. Although he only managed to produce 2 pills, he couldn't deny that this was a good pill. The results were not bad. The people who tried to test the pills all felt that there was a huge improvement due to the instability of the 6 Yuan God, and were all very happy, immediately thanking the man. After that, the old man from Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect concocted another batch of pills, proving that other people could concoct this pill, proving the efficacy of the pill. Following that, the pills created by the disciples of the other Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sects were all targeted at the people of the 6 God stage. There were those with healing wounds, those with strong 6 Yuan God, those with detoxification, and even some with strange effects. However, everyone felt that the spirit concentrating purple pills were more practical when compared to the profound reversal spirit pill. It's finally done. Chen Shang was currently sweating profusely. He had finally completed his pill and the sky was about to brighten. Chapter 2816. Everyone had almost forgotten that there was Chen Shang. Just now, everyone saw him stuffing a lot of ingredients into the pill furnace. They were all looking forward to seeing him concoct the pills. The updates were quick. This guy, he doesn't have much ability at the bottom of the pit, he only knows how to mess around and waste potions here. The last time he was violently beaten up by Chen Shang, the pain and resentment he felt had yet to subside. As long as he saw Chen Shang, he would grit his teeth and itch in hatred. What kind of pill are you refining? An old man from Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect asked. As long as 1 or 2 good pill formulas could be obtained for this competition, the elders of the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect would be satisfied. This was something that could benefit many people. The name of the pill I refined is 6 Shin Profound Dan. Chen Shang said, as long as you consume this pill, you will be able to enter 6 God stage. Chen Shang opened his pill furnace and took out 6 white pills. If you eat the late period of 3 Profound Realm, you will definitely step into the 6 God stage. Everyone was stupefied by these words. There were many doubts in their hearts, and they all thought that this was impossible. It wasn't that there were no pills that could help someone enter the 6 God stage with the late period of 3 Profound Realm, but there had never been a pill that could allow someone to definitely step into the 6 God stage. How many do you need? An old man from the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect asked. He was also very curious about it. He knew what kind of medicine Chen Shang had just added, and he had never tried this kind of combination before. 1. Chen Shang answered, there are quite a few friends from the late period of 3 Profound Realm here, I think they should be able to endure the test. Alright, the people of Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect immediately picked 6 young people to take the test. Among the 6, there were Jiyu Qingtian, Liang Jinjin, and Murong Ling, the 3 people Chen Shang was familiar with. I might need a period of time to achieve a breakthrough, but I'm not sure how long it will take. Chen Shang said. Although he had never taken this pill before, he knew the medicinal power within it was extremely strong, enough to push 3 profound goddesses to fuse together. This is not a problem. If there really is such a medicine, we can wait. After all, breaking through the late period of 3 Profound Realm to the 6 God stage would take a lot of time. An old man said, after which he took the 6 pellets from Chen Zhang's hands and fed it to the 6 of them. After eating, the 6 of them sat down with their legs crossed. Not long after, they entered a very excited state. It was obvious that it had some effect. At this time, an old man also followed Chen Zhang's instructions and concocted a batch of pills, but he could only concoct 5 pills. Chen Shang could refine 6 pills in a single furnace, but the Supreme Pill God of the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect could only refine 5 pills, which made many people feel that it was inconceivable. Impressive, I can only use 5 pills at full strength, but you can only use 6 pills. The old man looked at the 5/6 profound Dan he had refined and could not help but exclaim in admiration. 4 hours later, the person who had just eaten the 6th profound Dan had already broken through to 6 God stage. There were a lot of 6 God stage and Tai Zun realm here. They had all experienced the breakthrough of late period of 3 profound realm to 6 God stage, and back then, it was extremely difficult. Yet now, it was only a single Dan bead. After breaking through, I did not experience any instability in the 6 Yuan God. My 6 Yuan God is very strong, so there shouldn't be any hidden ailments. At this time, Ji Yu Qingtian was extremely agitated, and hurriedly thanked Chen Shang. Mine, too, looks like this pill already has the effect of stabilizing the 6 Yuan God. Her beautiful face was filled with surprise and joy, and she repeatedly thanked Chen Shang. The others were also in the same state. The 6 Yuan God was very stable, after which their masters all checked it one by one and nodded. This kind of pill is really amazing. It's actually only concocted from the heavenly god's medicine. A supreme pill God praised repeatedly. In order to further verify this pill, the old man from Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect had drawn 5 people to try it out. After 4 hours, all of them had broken through to 6 God stage. This once again shocked the whole audience. This meant that in the future, the late period of 3 profound realm would no longer need to go through so much trouble and could quickly step into the 6 God stage. Now you can begin. Everyone here has a vote. We can give you the pill that you think is the best. An old man said. At this moment, there were 13 jade vats, each of them a type of pill. The main pellets given were purple spirit concentrating pills, 6 profound Dan S, and reverse profound God restoring pellets. Amongst them, there were more votes on the inverse profound God pellet and the 6 profound Dan that Chen Shang had refined. Yu Haorui and his son, who hated Chen Shang the most, would obviously not throw their pellets towards Chen Zhang's 6 profound Dan, so they had given their pellets to him as well. Chen Shang found that there were more inverted profound God convention pills that were given to him, mainly because there were more 6 God stages present who had more of these pills which were more useful to them. And what was given to Chen Shang were all more late period of 3 profound realm S. Very quickly, everyone had finished voting, but the result made Chen Shang feel extremely disappointed. He only had 98 votes for his 6 profound Dan, but he had 98 for the inverted profound God pellet. The purple cloud spirit concentrating pill was also not bad. With 50 votes, it was ranked 3rd. We failed, Chen Shang sighed, although he was shocked, but he understood what was going on. I knew this guy couldn't possibly win, haha. Yu Haorui laughed. At this time, many people felt pity for Chen Shang. The 6 profound Dan he created was indeed very good, but there were less late period of 3 profound realm here, so naturally there were fewer votes. Although the result is the most inverted mystery restoration pills. However, that does not mean that this kind of pellet is the best. From the looks of the result of our discussion, the amount of people leaking out of the 6 profound Dan that Chen Shang refined, is much greater than that of the early stages of 6 God stage. Furthermore, Chen Shang has refined 5 or 6 out of the first batch of pellets, which includes the number 1 pellet in the ranking of the inverse profound spirit pill. Quote, the one who spoke was the most prestigious old man in the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect, but he actually didn't speak up for his own Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect's disciple. But what he said was actually the truth. From its effects, Chen Zhang's 6 profound Dan was far better than the one with the most votes. Great Clan Elder. But the rules were set by you just now, so how are you going to change it? He was a disciple of the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect, and furthermore, the number of votes he received was also number 1. To think that he, an elder of the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect, would actually speak up for someone else. Kunyan, please, touch your own conscience. How is the 6 profound Dan that Chen Shang refined compared to yours? The great clan elder of the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect said. Better than mine. Even so, the rules have been set. Kunyan was still very unresigned. Yes, but I've said it before, we will use the circumstances to determine whether or not we should give the Heavenly Alchemy soul to the one who obtained first place. You should know what's going on right now. The head elder shook his head and sighed, your profit is too great. Forget it, give it to him. For me, being able to create a 6 profound Dan is already my biggest gain. Chen Shang said, but he was actually quite open-minded about it, I just want some 6 profound Dan S, medicine materials. Then, he took some of the ingredients needed to refine Sikshan Profound Dan, as he wanted to plant them in his own Uyao mountain villa. Just as he was about to become more powerful, the great elder stopped him. Wait, the heavenly alchemy soul itself is very provocative. I can give it to Kunyan, but we are not sure if the heavenly alchemy soul will fuse with Kunyan. If it is not able to, then let me give it a try. Chapter 2817. The heavenly alchemy soul was placed on the table in front of them. After witnessing the entire competition, everyone knew that the heavenly alchemy soul picked its owner. Kunyan, this is the heavenly alchemy soul, see if you can fuse with it. If not, then you have not obtained the recognition of the heavenly alchemy soul. The great elder pointed at the white ball of light on the table. Although Kunyan concocting the sky profound god pellet was not bad, it was far inferior to Chen Zhang's. It was only through coincidence that he caused the most votes, but the great elder had said before that this was not the standard for judging one's final victory. Now that Kunyan had obtained the chance to fuse with the heavenly alchemy soul, he was very nervous. The heavenly alchemy soul was originally something that belonged to the heavenly alchemy divine sect, and because no one in the heavenly alchemy divine sect was able to fuse with a heavenly alchemy soul, he would use this method. Before, when Kunyan was in the heavenly alchemy divine sect, he had also attempted to fuse with the heavenly alchemy soul, but in the end, he did not succeed. Many of these outstanding disciples had this opportunity, but in the end, all had the same result. Right now, Kunyan had passed the competition and obtained first place, so he had a second chance. It was just that he was not completely sure, because he was very clear on the gap between him and Chen Shang. This number one should have been Chen Zhang's, but he was unwilling to give in. Drop some blood, the great clan elder said. If you are unable to successfully fuse them, let Chen Shang give it a try. Do you have any objections? If I really am unable to succeed, then of course I have no objections. This means that I did not obtain the approval of the heavenly alchemy soul. Kunyan said as blood dripped onto the white ball of light. Just as Kunyan was filled with anticipation, the white ball of light suddenly released a white flame, burning away Kunyan's blood. How did it turn out like this? I clearly already got first place. Kunyan's fusion had failed, and many people could only sigh. Especially the people from the heavenly alchemy divine sect, they understood the heavenly alchemy soul the best. I'll try again. Kunyan did not care about whether the great clan elder agreed to it or not. He anxiously dripped some blood on the heavenly alchemy soul, but the result was still the same. Kunyan, do you still not understand? You haven't obtained the recognition from the heavenly alchemy soul. The great elder shook his head and sighed. At this moment, his expression was somewhat solemn. Great clan elder, why doesn't the heavenly alchemy soul approve of me? Kunyan was depressed. I don't know either, this kind of thing has happened a few times since ancient times. Once, the heavenly alchemy soul died itself out because it couldn't find its master. The great clan elder looked at Chen Shang and said, Chen Shang, come over and try it out. Chen Shang nodded, and walked over. At this time, he was also a bit nervous, and the heavenly alchemy Dao line in his body twitched for some reason, as if it was very excited. He took a deep breath to relax, and then dripped his blood on top of the white ball of light. His blood could actually seep through the transparent crystal on the surface of the white ball of light and enter the ball of light. Seeing this scene, everyone present was shocked. Chen Shang was actually able to successfully fuse with the heavenly alchemy soul, and obtained the approval of the heavenly alchemy soul. Kunyan secretly gritted his teeth as he looked at Chen Shang. That's what I'm going to do next. Chen Shang was pleasantly surprised, but his face was very calm. See if you can absorb the heavenly alchemy soul into your body. The great clan elder said, the heavenly alchemy soul has finally found a suitable master. With a thought, the heavenly alchemy soul turned into a streak of white light and entered Chen Zhang's body. What exactly is the use of the heavenly alchemy soul? Chen Shang knew nothing about this, he only knew that it was powerful. Different heavenly alchemy soul have different functions, and we don't know about your heavenly alchemy soul either. We can only ask you to properly unearth his power for yourself. Since the heavenly alchemy soul has acknowledged you, you will definitely not disappoint the heavenly alchemy soul in the future. The great clan elder heaved a sigh of relief. Finding a master for the heavenly alchemy soul was an extremely important mission. The heavenly alchemy soul was like a sacred artifact in the heavenly alchemy divine sect. Many experts in the heavenly alchemy divine sect also wanted to obtain it, but the heavenly alchemy soul did not approve of them. Helpless, the heavenly alchemy divine sect used this method to give the heavenly alchemy soul away. Seeing Chen Shang, This outsider who had obtained such a good thing, many young disciples of the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect were unconvinced. However, they could not say anything, because even though they had tried to fuse with the Heavenly Alchemy Soul before, they did not succeed. The only reason why Chen Shang can fuse with the Heavenly Alchemy Soul is because he possesses the Heavenly Alchemy Dao line. This in itself is unfair. Yu Jinggong suddenly said. He was also extremely jealous. He was willing to give it his all, wanting to create trouble for Chen Shang, and expose that Chen Shang had the Heavenly Alchemy Dao line. Chen Shang actually had a Heavenly Alchemy Dao line, which made everyone present dumbstruck. The Heavenly Alchemy Dao line was an extremely precious Dao vein. If one wanted to use Dao Crystal S to condense and refine from the myriad Dao's divine steel, it would require an extremely large number of Dao Crystal S, which could go up to 1 trillion or so. Even in the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect, only a few virtuous and respected original ancestor would have such a Dao vein. Great Clan Elder, he has the Heavenly Alchemy Dao line, that's why we obtained the recognition of the Heavenly Alchemy Soul. This is not fair to us. After Kunyan recovered from his shock, he said hurriedly. He was even more jealous in his heart. He was a very outstanding young disciple in the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect, he didn't even have a Heavenly Alchemy Dao line. What's unfair about that? Even if the Heavenly Alchemy Dao line does not approve of him, would it approve of you? Chen Shang has the Heavenly Alchemy Dao line, so it is very suitable for the Heavenly Alchemy Soul. The Great Clan Elder's voice was extremely cold. Kunyan, I have truly misjudged you, to actually be so impetuous. My heart is filled with jealousy, and cannot bear to see the face of others. The Great Clan Elder swept his gaze across the disciples of the other Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sects. These disciples were also extremely jealous of Chen Shang, but they did not say anything. I'm not jealous, I'm just unwilling. Kunyan looked at Chen Shang and said, although he has the Heavenly Alchemy Dao line, so is refining pills, but that does not mean that he is outstanding. If we are comparing strength, I am not weaker than him. That's right, Great Clan Elder, we are not weaker than him, but why give the Heavenly Alchemy Soul to him? Even if we have to give it to him, we have to accept it wholeheartedly. A Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect disciple said, and the other disciples all agreed with his words. All right, the Great Clan Elder was somewhat angry. His Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect's disciple was actually so delicate and kind. He said to Chen Shang, you have already obtained the Heavenly Alchemy Soul, but my Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect's disciples aren't convinced. Do you have a way to convince them? When we were refining pills, we had already competed against each other, but we were still unconvinced. Let's compete in the most primitive way, let's compete with whoever is stronger. Chen Shang was currently in the early stages of 6 God stage, he was extremely confident in his own strength. Chapter 2818. Seeing that Chen Shang agreed to a competition of strength, Kunyan and the others were extremely happy. Even if the Heavenly Alchemy Soul was obtained by Chen Shang, but they could beat up Chen Shang and their hearts would be much more at ease. Chen Shang could also guess what they were thinking at the moment. In Chen Zhang's eyes, Kunyan and the others were like children. Could it be that you all want to fight me together with 20 of you? Chen Shang said, are we fighting here? It's just this place. This place is big enough, and with this many seniors, setting up a barrier shouldn't be a problem. You only need to be big enough for me, I'm the representative of the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect. For Kunyan to be able to create the inverted profound God pellet, it could be seen that his strength in the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect was not bad. People of the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect were not only good at concocting pills, they also trained in a part of the Heavenly Alchemy. Different people would have different effects when training in the strange technique of the Heavenly Alchemy. Kunyan cultivated the Heavenly Alchemy to 6 God stage, and he definitely used it when he was refining pills, which meant that his cultivation in the Heavenly Alchemy was not bad. Alright, then let's fight here. I'll make you convinced. Chen Shang said, can I use my weapon? No, you just obtained the Heavenly Alchemy Soul. If you use a weapon that has fused with the Heavenly Alchemy Soul, then I won't be your match at all, so I'll fight with my bare hands. Kunyan said, rest assured, even if you are injured, our Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect will still protect you, and will not let your enemies take advantage. Chen Shang looked at the Great Clan Elder, who nodded to him. Everyone present knew that Chen Shang and Yu Jinggong had a deep grudge against them. Good. Fight with bare hands until the opponent admits defeat or loses the ability to fight. Chen Shang said. Since he had entered the 6 God stage, he had never fought before, so he was also looking forward to fighting. After the many thrones set up a barrier, Chen Shang and Kunyan entered the spacious hall. I would actually like to see how powerful the person who received the heavenly alchemy soul's acknowledgement is. After Kunyan finished speaking, he waved his hand. A streak of purple light streaked across the sky, continuing to burn a purple chain. Kunyan held onto the two purple flame chains. These were not weapons, but flames that Kunyan had condensed out. This guy really has some skills. I can't underestimate him, Chen Shang said. Let's begin. The moment he finished speaking, a burst of purple light swept over like a gale, and Kunyan had already made his move, and quickly as well. Kunyan flung the two purple flame chains in his hand in a flurry, and continuously lashed at Chen Shang, as if purple flames were shooting all over the sky, enveloping Chen Shang. The oppressive purple flames had already engulfed Chen Shang, and Chen Zhang's body was instantly wrapped by the two purple chains. At this moment, the purple flames had turned into many fists that continuously struck at Chen Shang. Every single punch that landed on Chen Zhang's body emitted a strong purple radiance. The crowd looked at the continuously flashing purple light in the middle of the hall and felt horrified. Yun Kun was in the early stages of 6 God stage, but he was extremely powerful. Some of the mid to late stage 6 God stage present felt that they were not Yun Kun's match. HMPH, don't tell me that's all you can do. Yun Kun used his powerful purple flame chains to coil around Chen Shang, causing him to be unable to move. At this time, the fire had turned into a huge purple lightning hammer, which continuously smashed onto Chen Zhang's head, and when it landed on his body, it exploded out with purple lightning bolts and purple fire. Chen Zhang's body was wrapped up by the chains and felt an incomparable heat. Although that kind of scorching pain did not harm him at all, the purple flame chains were extremely powerful, and after binding him, he was unable to move. And when the purple flame thunder fist had struck him just now, it had been extremely painful, to the point where he couldn't help but cry out. Now, the purple flame thunder hammer that struck his head brought wild and intense pain to his soul. This guy is merciless. I don't have any huge enmity with him, yet he wants to cripple me. The flames of fury in Chen Zhang's heart suddenly shot out. Chen Shang was wrapped in purple chains, and everyone could see him very clearly, but suddenly, Chen Zhang's body released a fiery red blaze. Chen Zhang's eyes suddenly shot out 2 beams of fire. Following that, a large area of flames exploded out from Chen Zhang's body. Harg! Following Chen Zhang's angry shout, the great hall that was originally covered by purple fire was instantly enveloped by a sea of red flames. In that instant, the purple flame chains binding Chen Shang were already shattered, and the purple flame lightning hammer that was striking at Chen Shang was also shattered by the flame waves released from his body. Are you really that ruthless? There is no deep hatred between you and I, yet you actually want to destroy my divine sensei and destroy my soul. Chen Zhang's eyes burned with flames, his voice filled with killing intent. Seeing that, the great clan elder was stunned. The elders of the other heavenly alchemy divine sect were also stunned. One of the elderly said in shock, "Heavenly alchemy soul. This is the power of the heavenly alchemy soul." The heavenly alchemy soul actually merged with his body and did not merge with the divine tool. The heavenly alchemy soul never treated humans as objects of fusion, and at most, stayed within the human body. Only after Master found a good divine tool did the divine tool merge with the heavenly alchemy soul, but now he has actually fused with the heavenly alchemy soul. The Grand Elder was extremely shocked as well. The flames on Chen Zhang's body was the heavenly alchemy immortal power. Kunyan, just as the great clan elder shouted out, 2 streams of flames shot out from Chen Zhang's eyes and struck his body. The speed of the 2 fireballs was extremely fast, and when they were shot out, they exploded with an extremely terrifying impact. The impact actually tore open an extremely sturdy space, and then smashed onto Kunyan's body. After being struck by the 2 balls of fire, not only did Kunyan's body have 2 holes, his entire body was also being pressured by the extremely strong impact, causing the muscles in his body to shatter, and his entire body became deformed. The great clan elder rushed over and caught Kunyan. "I'm sorry, I've already shown him mercy. With his personality, he won't remember much without a painful lesson," Chen Shang said, and the heavenly alchemy immortal power enveloping his body started to dim. Earlier, Chen Shang didn't know why, but the heavenly alchemy soul had actually completely merged with him, and had even caused him to become extremely furious, as if his emotions were affected by the heavenly alchemy soul. He believed that it was very possible that the heavenly alchemy soul was the one who released the suppressed emotions from the bottom of his heart, allowing him to unleash an even greater power. The heavenly alchemy soul did not disappoint Chen Shang, it had only fused with him, and yet it had already made him so powerful. With just a glance, it had defeated Kunyan. Chapter 2819. Because they were enveloped by the barrier just now, no one outside could feel the terror of the heavenly alchemy immortal power. At this moment, Chen Shang had also restrained his heavenly alchemy immortal power. Although he did not sense it, he could tell from the expressions of the few elders of heavenly alchemy divine sect that the fusion of Chen Zhang's body and the heavenly alchemy soul had become extremely terrifying. Furthermore, this was an example of a heavenly alchemy divine sect that had never appeared before. Chen Shang, where exactly did you get your heavenly alchemy Dao line? And you still need the heavenly alchemy art, right? From what I know, the heavenly alchemy art does not contain any secret techniques, but you do. Yu Jinggang suddenly said sternly, I heard that you possess a type of invisibility technique. Was my gold pagoda Ganoderma stolen by you that day? When Chen Shang heard this question, he only intended to ignore it. However, the heavenly alchemy soul in his body did not agree, and in an instant, ignited the hidden anger and hatred towards Yu Jinggang in the bottom of his heart. Yu Jingming, cooperate with me later and kill that bastard Yu Jinggang here. Chen Shang suddenly transmitted to Yu Jingming, as his body was already starting to tremble, and waves of faint red mist came out. When the great clan elder saw this, he immediately shook his head towards the other elders, signaling for them not to stop Chen Shang. Chen Shang, you, what do you want? When Yu Jinggang saw the anger and killing intent on Chen Zhang's face, he couldn't help but tremble, and those people on Yu Jinggang's side all left one after another. Yu Jinggang, that day, you people tricked the Master Wang into taking me away, and then captured me to get my heavenly alchemy Dao line and heavenly alchemy art. If I didn't escape, even if I didn't die at that time, I would have been crippled by you people. What do you think I am going to do now? Chen Shang said angrily, the fiery red mist coming out from his body becoming more and more dense. HMPH, no matter how powerful you are only at the early stage of Six Gods stage. I'm not afraid of you. Yu Jinggang sneered, your heavenly alchemy Dao line and heavenly alchemy art originally did not come from the right place. Otherwise, you would not have hidden it yourself. Die. Chen Zhang's body suddenly flashed, and a burst of flames burst out, the heavenly alchemy immortal power. He looked at Yu Haorui who was beside Yu Jinggang, and his eyes shot out two balls of fire, instantly hitting Yu Haorui's body. The power of heavenly alchemy immortal power entered Yu Haorui's body and instantly erupted, producing a strong flame that instantly turned Yu Haorui into powder. Ruer. Yu Jinggang was stunned, he never thought that Chen Shang would actually dare to make a move, and his strength was beyond his imagination to actually kill his son in an instant. You have to die too. Yu Jinggang was furious, he was just about to stand up, but who knew that Yu Jingming, who was beside him, would suddenly attack. Yu Jingming held two short swords, in a blink of an eye, he had stabbed out hundreds and thousands of times, the sword had pierced through Yu Jinggang's body, and fresh blood was flowing out. Yu Jinggang was not dead yet, but he was unable to unleash his full strength. You poisoned me and controlled me for so many years, causing me to do many evil deeds. Right now, I only want to wash away my previous crimes. Yu Jingming said coldly. Everyone could not help but take a breath. This Yu Jinggang was actually so venomous, to the point where he even dared to do such a thing to their own older brother. Previously, everyone could not believe that Yu Jinggang did such a thing to the Master Wang, but now, it seemed to be true. Whatever you asked me to do before, I will admit it. I didn't expect that you would actually harm Master Wang. Master Wang's kindness towards me is as heavy as a mountain and my character is straightforward. I am a master that many people respect, but in order to obtain Chen Zhang's heavenly alchemy Dao line, you sent the Master Wang away yourself, and yet you wanted to kill it. Yu Jingming was serious, reprimanding Yu Jinggang. Yu Jingming, your poison, it's been solved. Yu Jinggang felt pain all over his body, and then, he began to laugh maniacally with his head raised, it's not that easy to kill me. As he spoke, his body suddenly turned into a cloud of black fog, attempting to float and fly away. Chen Shang, whose entire body was still burning with heavenly alchemy immortal power, suddenly flew over, and struck the black mist with his palm, causing Yu Jinggang to scream in pain. He returned to his original form, and dropped to the ground. Trying to run, Chen Shang sneered, his palm that was burning with fire of heavenly alchemy power struck towards Yu Jinggang's chest. Boom! The might of the heaven-blasting palm activated by the heavenly alchemy immortal power was berserk. After the force entered Yu Jinggong's body, it strongly vibrated and fused with the fire of heavenly alchemy power, burning and destroying every inch of the bones in Yu Jinggong's body. In the blink of an eye, Yu Jinggong's body turned into a pile of ashes. This was the body of the Tai Zun realm, and was actually turned to dust by an early stage 6 god stage palm. Chen Shang, please forgive me for what I have done to you in the past. I was forced to do so. Yu Jinggong used poison to control me. Yu Jingming suddenly knelt down towards Chen Shang and kowtowed even further. Quickly get up, if not for your intentional failure that day, I might have been killed by Yu Jinggong's remnants. Chen Shang hurriedly helped Yu Jingming up. It was also for the sake of being washed away by Yu Jingming. After all, Yu Jingming really did do many bad things under Yu Jinggong's threat. Following that, Yu Jingming thanked Chen Shang profusely and requested that the overlords of the original Taoists take him back to the original Tao to receive his punishment. I really didn't expect so many things to happen today. The great clan elder from the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect said suddenly, Chen Shang, your flesh has already merged with the Heavenly Alchemy soul. I can also release the Heavenly Alchemy Immortal power, so I still have something I need to tell you. Quote, Senior, please speak, Chen Shang said. Follow me. The great clan elder brought Chen Shang to a secret room. Chen Shang, do you know of another important use of the Heavenly Alchemy Immortal power? The great elder said. What is it used for? I basically do not know anything about the Heavenly Alchemy soul, Chen Shang said. I didn't want to tell you this, but I didn't expect you to be so compatible with the Heavenly Alchemy soul, so I must tell you now. The great clan elder said with a cold expression, the Heavenly Alchemy Immortal power can intimidate the evil beings within the Myriad Tao Mausoleum, but at the same time, it could also attract some powerful beings from the Myriad Tao Mausoleum. So, before you have enough strength, you must not go to Myriad Tao Mausoleum. Quote, Am I not strong enough yet? Chen Shang asked, Isn't it quite far from entering the Myriad Tao Mausoleum? Even though you are not weak now, you are not strong enough to deal with that kind of thing. The Heavenly Alchemy Immortal power is what attracts them the most. You do not have the Supreme Being's cultivation, so if you were to encounter such a thing, it would be extremely dangerous. The Great Elder said, Of course. If you want to go, I won't stop you. You should carefully consider it. The great clan elder told Chen Shang all of this and then left. Chen Shang was not afraid. The reason he was able to become invisible and use the power of space was because he was working so hard to enter the Myriad Tao Mausoleum. He was able to protect himself in there, so he definitely would not miss this chance to enter. Chapter 2820. Chen Shang had already left the village and returned to the original Tao's door. Right now, he had revealed that he had the Heavenly Alchemy Tao line and the Heavenly Alchemy soul. He felt that only by returning to the original Tao's door would it be much safer. Access. I wonder if Uncle Lin has come out from closed door cultivation yet. Chen Shang flew in the air stealthily, and at this moment, he was extremely vigilant. Flying Dragon Palace was not weak, and now that he had confirmed that the Heavenly Alchemy art had been snatched away by him, he would definitely not be let off. Chen Shang now felt that the Flying Dragon Palace seemed to appear at any time. Previously, when he was competing in pill refining, he did not see the Flying Dragon Envoy, so he suspected that the Flying Dragon Envoy would go back and tell the Flying Dragon Palace that everything that happened here was just a matter of time. Just as Chen Zhang's mind was in a state of turmoil, a large group of different types of lights suddenly appeared in front of him and flew towards him. Dragon. Chen Shang could only see that the dragons were glowing with a bright light. There were not a few of them, but a large group of them. A large group of dragons, in all colors, flew at high speed like a crazy wave crashing through the air. When they saw this scene, they couldn't help but be shocked. Before he could even react, the group of dragons had already charged over. But the weird thing was that even though these dragons had arrived, they did not have any presence. Furthermore, they could even penetrate his body. This isn't a real dragon, it's just an illusion. What is going on? Chen Shang looked at the flying dragons in the distance, his heart filled with curiosity. He was probably not the only one who saw this sudden phenomenon, many people definitely saw it as well. There should be many people who have seen it flying towards that village. I want to follow and see where these dragon shadows are going. Chen Shang immediately chased after him with a speed that told the Master Wang what he saw just now. Master Wang had been here for many years, although he did not go out for a long time, he definitely knew a lot of things. Soaring dragon blood-bathing elephant. After the Master Wang heard this, he hurriedly said, "You're sure you didn't see wrong? This isn't a good thing." "I am definitely not mistaken. Otherwise, how can I describe such a scene?" Chen Shang said. "What does the flying dragon look like when it was bathed in blood? Why is that not a good thing? Elder Wang, quickly tell me." Quote, "The group of dragons you see are all the pagoda dragon souls of the dead flying dragon pagoda. Although these dragon souls do not have much power, they can still sense the danger and get closer. The dragon souls are currently flying everywhere, and it is clear that they are telling everyone that a great danger is about to befall them." The Master Wang said. "This flying dragon pagoda's 1,000 floors actually has something dangerous. What could it be?" Chen Shang followed the group of dragons and flew past the village where the Heavenly Refining Convention was being held. He also saw many people ending up with their dragon souls, which were like monstrous waves. Why is there no danger in the 1,000 floors of Flying Dragon Pagoda? This kind of thing happened a long time ago, but it's unknown. Master Wang sighed. "You should return to the original Dao sect quickly. For such a thing to occur, it would normally be dealt with by the 4 great divine sects." Quote, Chen Shang was extremely curious about this kind of thing. If he could not become invisible or use the power of teleportation, he might not be able to join the excitement, but right now, he had to go and take a look. Very quickly, they saw familiar people. The great clan elder of the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect, as well as the other elders of the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect, were flying fast in the air. Their faces were all solemn. Chen Zhang's flying speed was much slower than theirs. If he did not rely on teleportation, it would be impossible for him to catch up to these old fellows. After following the dragon soul for a day and a night, Chen Shang suddenly saw that the sky in front of him was entirely covered with gray clouds. "What is this place?" Chen Shang told Master Wang what he saw. "Could it be the Dragon Devil Dead Land?" "That's right, it must be the Dragon Devil Dead Land. If you are guided here by the Dragon Soul, it can only mean that a crisis will occur here." Master Wang's voice was filled with fear. "I never thought that this place would actually be so dangerous." "What kind of place is the Dragon Devil Dead Land?" Chen Shang asked anxiously. His speed was relatively fast. When he arrived, he saw the group of elders from Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect hovering in the air. Their faces were filled with fear. This made Chen Shang even more curious. The elders of the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect were all Grand Elder cultivators, but at this moment, they seemed as if they were facing the threat of death. "Let's go back and report," the Great Elder hastily said, then continued to shout, "Let's go, let's go." He was issuing a warning to those who were rushing over here. His voice was far away and anyone could hear the endless fear in his voice. Chen Shang was also shocked by the Great Clan Elder's reaction. He quickly told Master Wang about the Great Clan Elder's reaction. "What exactly is going on with the Dragon Devil Dead Land? Why is he so afraid?" Chen Shang asked again, but Master Wang did not answer him. Dragon Devil Dead Land is Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect's nightmare. Back then, Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect's strongest Heavenly Alchemy Venerable ancestor died here. The Master Wang sighed. "I only heard about this secret by chance. When Flying Dragon Pagoda first appeared, he was already here. At that time, the environment here was very bad, because of all kinds of strange powers, and the birth of all kinds of terrifying beasts." Quote, "And Dragon Beast is considered more gentle. In the past, the most terrifying thing was the Dragon Demon. I don't know what the Dragon Demon is either, all I know is that Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect used to bring along Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect's 100 great honored warriors and died in battle here." Master Wang said. Of course, the other 3 divine sects also suffered from countless deaths, and only at the end did they exterminate the dragon demons, but now, it seems like the dragon demon was only suppressed. Quote, "Heavenly Alchemy Venerable Ancestor, is he the founder of the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect?" Chen Shang asked. "He can be considered the #1 person in the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect. As for the founder, I am not too sure either. I only know that he had trained the complete Heavenly Alchemy, and that he had used it on an extremely high level of alchemy. The Venerable Ancestor realm is above the Tai Zun realm, and within the 1,000 layers, there are very few people who have this kind of strength." Master Wang let out a long sigh. This was the first time Chen Shang had heard of the existence of this realm. "Hurry up and go back, this place is really dangerous," the Master Wang advised. I'll head back now." Chen Shang immediately distanced himself from this place. After all, he had never experienced that era before, so he could not understand the fear of the great clan elder and the others in the Heavenly Alchemy Divine Sect.